whoever was watching was probably like, "Wow, dumbass doesn't have a sound on," and no one
Oh,
bothered to even
God.
say in the chat like, "Hey, dude, turn on your audio, you stupid asshole." Like we
If there's no
can't read
audio,
lips on a
video,
TV screen, and it
if there's
doesn't
no
close.
audio on the video, do subtitles even work?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh.
So yeah.
What do you do? Eat a banana?
So maybe someone
No.
should jump into Twitch every once in a while and be like, "Hey, dude, audio sounds good. All right, we're recording, we're streaming. Audio all looks to be on. All right. Welcome to the Chaos Order Chronicles, episode 51. After 3 sessions of having no audio, sorry everybody. The DM's a dumbass. That's my fun fact. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're just going to jump on over to. I'm going to say, Sam, kick it off this week.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Sam. I'm playing Darius Blood Oak, the half-orc evocation wizard / blood hunter, ready to get going with this next leg of our adventure. Fun fact about me, my favorite legume is honey roasted peanuts. Super tasty, nutritional, and one of my favorite snacks. Let's see. Hillary, take it away.
Hello, I'm Hillary. I play Morgan, the human Sorlock. Fun fact about me is that I'm fairly obsessed with Star Wars, and I've been in love with Ewan McGregor for most of my life, and Henry Cavill, but won't go into that.
He's not Star Wars.
Yeah, it's different universes. I'm allowed to have a love of my life from every universe. So yes,
Wow,
that is a fun fact about me. Next is Cole.
Cole, I'm playing Verathok, a human blade singer, wizard / monk. I can punch people twice now. Let's go. Fun fact about me. Book. I have 15 tattoos. Sorry, I had to count them all. Oh, I missed 2. 17. I lied. Go Rob.
Hi everyone, I'm Rob. I play Le Marquis de Vicomte. Le Marquis is in a weird place. He's betrayed right now. His loyal manservant is being kind of brusque with him right now, and we'll see where that goes. Fun fact about me.
You lie to your manservants?
Fun fact about me is I don't really have anything.
I know, it's tough.
I got nothing.
We're running out.
My brain is fried right now.
What's your least favorite part of your job?
My least favorite part of my job is 12 hours overnight. It's always that third day is always brutal.
Ugh.
And what's your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of the job is I get a 3-day weekend every other weekend, which is nice. Let's kick it to Shepard.
All right, hello. I'm Shepard. I play Zod, the elf paladin. Fun fact about me is prior to going live, we were talking about what our transformer form would be, and I'd be a moped-powered unicycle. So
World's
a single wheel with a seat and a
transformer.
jacked-up engine. That's right. Well,
They have
I didn't say how big my wheel was. Yes.
That's a real thing.
It's a big wheel. I got a big wheel. Anyways, I'll pass it on to Katie.
Hey, I'm Katie. I play Bourbon, the fallen Aasimar paladin and manservant to Le Marquis. And fun fact about me, I have 1 tattoo, which I got when I was 17 with my mom and my grandma. It was a whole little thing we did together.
Nice.
So that's everybody, yeah?
What kind of tattoo is it?
It's a gecko. We were in Hawaii, so I just picked something off the wall.
Oh, cute.
Nice. All right. And I am Chris, the Dungeon Master. I already said my fun fact about me. I'm a dumbass. All right. Who wants to grace us all with a recap? Nobody? Nobody?
Uh,
Come on.
bear with me a moment. There we were in. No.
For 4 hours, you guys. Somebody can do it for 30 seconds.
I wasn't prepared. Give me a second. I thought Sam was going to jump in and do it. Last session was session 50, our 50th anniversary. We had gone through several different doors in the keep. Fought quite a few. Oh God, what were those things called? There were some oozes. There were some acolytes that we killed.
There was that crazy alchemist.
While we're fighting the Baron, there's a woman sent us to kill or take possession of something from her brother, the Baron. We went and killed the Baron instead of just taking it from him. He seemed to evaporate, and then a pile of loot, magical loot, animated, and we killed it. However, Zod failed a wisdom saving throw having to do with it. Ahmed found a sword, and it was identified as very powerful, but cracked. There was a symbol on the Baron's armor that was ancient and demonic, having to do with the original lady, who is also called the Pale Knight. And we finally disappeared from the room where we were in because the lady told us we were no longer welcome, and we appeared at the crossroads. Drink was to the northeast, and then some other thing was to the south, I believe. But that's all I got.
Well, I think part of the key factor was the lady of the house and Conalon, who sent us on this mission, kind of lied to us about their intentions, and were actually working for the big bad evil guy, Merrick Damlar, who, after we sundered the construct, showed up, talked a bit, time stopped us, and retrieved his hidden phylactery, the party inadvertently having done his dirty work for him.
Apparently inadvertently.
Yeah, and then he dipped out like a punk. And, through magical means, we find ourselves back on the road.
And that is where we will pick up today. As you, within a blink of an eye, realize that you are standing at the crossroads. You can see that you are back at the edge of that cursed forest area. But as you're standing there, coming to, you realize that evil, foreboding feeling seems to be ebbing away ever so slightly. It is late afternoon. You can see the sun is beginning to dip behind the horizon, and nightfall is beginning to set. And there's also and a slight rain seems to pick up. Just enough to
does water get through? Sorry, go ahead.
No, water does not penetrate.
Penetrate what?
A tiny dome.
It would not, no. But I don't believe we've gone that far yet. Like I said, this is as you're standing here. Yeah, as you're standing here. No, it was a little more than 2 hours. It was about 4 hour walk, or 4 hours travel
It
back
was
to.
2 hours to get here and then 2 hours back.
And that was where you left Connellan and Esther. Remember, they went on to the town and you went backwards.
Hold on. So where we are now is 2 hours from town.
No,
We
you're
split up with
4
Conalon an
hours.
hour away.
Okay.
4 hours from town?
What? Either way, I say we hoof it.
We can make it.
At
I
this
could
point, you
use
have
a
had, you have
drink.
not had a long rest. You have just arrived out of the keep. You have not had a long rest yet at this point.
No.
What time of day is it?
It is late. Like I said, the sun is beginning to dip behind the horizon. It is night is approaching, and there is a
I
slight
don't feel
rain
comfortable.
beginning to start to patter down.
It's 2 hours.
I don't feel comfortable going
4
forward.
hours.
It's about a 4 hour hike.
Do you feel more comfortable leaving Esther on her own in town with a very sketchy guy?
I'm kind of irritated at the situation, guys. I mean, we only came back here after Conalong suggested that we could find some clues or a piece of this Rod of Seven, supposedly our destiny. And we get here, we find not the people that we were intentionally looking for. We get suckered into doing something for them, and then Merrick shows up, and then the lady of the house, Baron or Lady Melissa, says that she was working for him all along and that we did both of them a favor. Which means we were hoodwinked twice over. First and foremost by Conalon, who knew about this entire stipulation to begin with.
Interesting points.
Chris, can I do like I don't know if this is possible, but could I do like a retroactive like insight check to see if I felt comfortable with Conalon taking care of Esther? Can I look back and think about it?
All the gestures you remember seeing from Conalon to the child seemed very genuine, very nice, and very sweet. Almost like a grandfatherly figure, or like the favorite uncle sort of thing.
Okay.
As far as you could tell that she was in very safe hands.
What was the plan in dropping her off in town? Just like she'd be waiting for us, or
So just to keep her safe.
so if we tiny hut tonight though, she's what?
Here.
Where's she camping? Like what's she doing?
As far as you remember, she is with Conalon.
She can make some mitts or a blanket or something. I imagine she's handy at this age.
Didn't she do like some prophetic stuff when we found her? I'm trying to remember why we were keeping her with us. Like I care about her as a child, but I feel like I remember her doing something that was like, whoa, why did this child just do that? Anybody remember?
I don't remember that. I remember we found one of her dead parents and we were, I think, just looking for the other, and then we got sidetracked.
Zod was heavily drinking at that time.
Yeah.
Chris, did she do something?
She did not. You just found her in that town that was
Okay.
destroyed by mob, and you found her hiding in the, what I believe it was a chimney. Terrified,
Yeah,
both of her
trapdoor.
parents dead.
Yeah.
And being witness to seeing
She
the
did have an
entire
adverse
town, pretty much
reaction
the entire
to-
town destroyed.
Yeah. She had an adverse reaction to the insects that were attacking, and she seemed spooked by the ring of statues that we came across.
Well, I feel comfortable leaving her with Conalon for the night while we get some rest. Does anybody else want to take a vote?
Le Marquis is indifferent to the plight of this child.
If
If
we have to
Morgan feels
camp,
comfortable, Brabant feels comfortable.
All in favor of taking a rest?
I'm down
Okay.
with that.
I'm down.
Oh,
Let's do it.
all right.
All right. I guess it's the resters.
Well, I will start ritually casting a tiny hut for us.
Do you want to set up a watch?
I'll take first.
I'll go with you. Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, so I need a piece of paper. Actually, I got paper right here. I just need something to fucking write with. Something to write with. Oh, that'll work. That's going to ruin a lot of paper, though.
So who is going first? Sam, you said?
Yeah, Darius and Zod are going to take the first watch.
Okay. I can take second with somebody else.
I'll take it with you.
So Morgan and Bourbon. Who wants third?
Looks like it's you and me, Verathok.
Let's go.
Ahmed,
Can't
all
prank
right, yeah.
someone when they're awake.
I'm going to say Ahmed
Make
at
it
this
look like
point seems like he's lost in a trance.
Who?
Ahmed.
Ahmed was licking those weird toads again.
His eyes are literally spirals.
There's mushroom head.
And I'm assuming it's going to be Darius and Verathok?
No, Darius and Zod's first.
Or Darius and Zod, then Morgan and Bourbon, and then Verathok and
Le Marquet.
Le Marquet. That's it.
Mhm.
I tried bourbon for the first time on Friday. I was not a fan.
For the first time?
Oh,
You know what? Maybe it's acquired.
I've always been more of a tequila vodka.
Ooh, me
Girl.
too.
all right. So,
So I imagine the hut goes up and we start our watches?
yep. Hut goes up.
Mhm.
Yeah, the sun dips behind the horizon.
Darius, I wanted to chat with you. I know the events. This is going nothing but south for us. We've had nothing but bad luck. We've been tricked, conned, lied to. Our shit's been stolen. Our friends captured. Our friends taken, and never clear answers. However, I think I got everything's going to change. I have these 3 pieces of paper. I don't know what they say, but I think that they're very important, and I think we need to follow them, and it might give us the answers to what we need.
Sorry, Chef. I missed the middle of that.
Oh, sorry, no worries. So I was basically saying that I found these 3 pieces of paper that I can't read, but I believe that we need to investigate them because they could hold answers or lead us to answers that are being hidden from us by potentially at least one member of our group. That's why I'm showing it to you, and I'm showing you these 3 pieces of paper. And I said I can't read them, but I found them, and I think we need to follow these.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you, I just picked up for Warlock, I just picked up Eyes of the Runekeeper, so I can read anything now.
Mm-hmm.
Which triggers after your long rest.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
At this point, I mean, I'll look at the pieces of paper. I can
Yeah,
identify them if they're mystical.
I'll show them to you. I said, here, take a look at these. And I hold them out and showing them to you.
Chris, are they in Draconic or Primordial?
They are not.
Okay. So I can't read them either.
No. And I speak Elvish,
Seem
Giant,
magical
and
in nature?
Goblin, so they're not either of those.
Goblins read.
The language.
Goblins can read.
But yeah, like I said, I think
Can I cast Identify on them? It'll take 10 minutes.
Sure. After 10 minutes, you realize that One looks like it's the burnt out scrap of a scroll of fireball that seems to hold a little bit of the residual magic, but there's no way you could restore it or make it work. The other, they're all three are burnt out scrolls. Just what's left of a scroll when it burns out when you've used it.
Oh, okay. So if I were to try and transpose them into my spell book, it would be an incomplete work,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes.
Okay. And you said there were three, so one's a
Yes.
scroll of fireball.
I mean,
And
that's
the other two?
just you're able to identify what they were, but you're not going to be able to get anything from them other than just like little bits of scribble from like a burnt edge. You know what I mean? Like you're picking up like if someone burnt
Yeah.
some papers or used some papers, you're picking up like an end that just happened to flicker out like you know what I mean? Like if you were to take a piece of paper and burn it and you put it out and you get that chunky, that little bit of frayed, and you know what I mean, that piece that didn't burn that you're able to put out.
Yeah.
It's not enough to get
I'll share
anything
that.
from.
I'll share that with Zod. These did have some use at some point in time, but not right now. And the nature of these particular items, they're one use, and it seems like they've gone defunct. We can't, recreate them. I don't have mending or anything.
Right, but I still think that they hold a clue or a path to some answers. Maybe a way to find out who used them, or who expended them, or who used the spells.
I mean, that's divination magic. It's not my specialty.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if we found someone who could scry, they could use this
Maybe.
potentially to track down an individual if it, and like spy on them from a distance, potentially.
That's a really good idea. We should probably try to find that. Something with that capability.
Yeah, but it could probably also just send us to like a ghostly visage back where we just came from. I mean, we
Yeah,
did
but
do a
why
lot of
keep
fighting.
them then? With all the rest of his valuables. Yeah, like I said, it just doesn't make sense that he collected these three and nothing else.
Did you get them from the alchemy room or the construct that we defeated?
The alchemy room.
No,
Yeah.
they would have. Well, they would have come off the creature that you looted.
Oh, was it? Okay, sorry, off the construct.
Yep, it was off
Oh,
the
my bad.
construct.
My bad, off the construct.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Maybe that spell that I counterspelled, that it was, that big ball of fire. Maybe
Could be.
this was maybe this is the particular item that it was activating in order to utilize that magic.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's one of them. The other two, who knows? But like I said, I think that there's more to these than meets the eye. Whether, like I said, if he triggered them or whoever created them, right? Someone has to create and put that magic into the scroll. I don't think we're done with this yet. So.
Well, the runes are kind of an alphabet, if you will.
Okay.
You understand? It's
all right. I hate to interrupt this conversation, but I need the both of you to make perception checks for me, please.
Oh God. What is that?
I got 9.
20. Dirty 20.
Nice. So as I go into an in-depth explanation as to how scroll recreation works,
Okay.
Zod's zoning out and actually paying attention.
Zod, you notice as you're even in this having this conversation with Darius, who seems oblivious, your eyes are able to just your general awareness of what's going on around you, despite being in this tiny hut and the rain not hitting you, but you can hear the rain pattering on the leaves. And even in this rainy night, you happen to notice that off to the southeast, it's almost as if, and it's high in the sky, not really moving, but it's almost as if it's just darker than what it naturally should be.
Okay, I'll kind of interrupt Darius's lesson in schoolature. I'm like, is I don't know if it's just your lesson, if it's not in my brain, or does that look like there's like a void missing? Does that look normal to you up there? And I'll point it out. And I'm like, that's blacker than usual. Either that, or I think I need to get some scrying to my nougat.
You've got cataracts.
I'm going cross-eyed.
Chris, can I do an Arcana check? And does this look as though it's related to Fey, Fiends, or Undead?
Can I
What's the
assist him
range
since I
on that?
pointed it out?
And what would be the? I mean, you're able to look up and notice that the part of the sky is blacked out. I'm going to say that you both have the wherewithal to realize that you don't want to believe it, but it's almost like as if it's a floating
Dragons.
upside down mountain. That's what it resembles
So like
in the
the
sky.
majority of the sky is
Oh.
blacked out.
So it's not like
I mean, this is
not like-
far off.
Okay. So it's a structure in the shaded scenery, not like a sphere of darkness 60 feet up.
Correct. It just looks
kind
like
of thing.
a.
Okay.
I mean, as you're looking at it, I mean, you're and you focus. You're able to see that it looks like an upside down mountain floating in the sky, miles off.
It
Or
looks...
it's that. I mean, that's what you can see at night. I mean, it's like I said, it's just blocking out the. As you're looking at it, that's what it's sort of like an ice cream cone, like a waffle cone, but not quite as thin. I mean, it's sort of wider and stumpier, but it's a huge swath of sky. Even at what you can definitely discern is that it's far off.
Hmm.
And I'm going to say where you are at this crossroads, even looking down, you're able to see that it's all but blocking out the light.
Hmm. Can I take out a little notebook and like try doing a rough sketch as best I can for notes and records and stuff?
I mean, like I said, it just the way it's there, you don't see a lot of detail. What you see is just a blacked out bit of the sky that looks like an upside down, like a waffle, like a short, stumpy waffle cone, fat waffle cone, which it looks like an upside down mountain.
Yeah, I'm gonna still try and do my best Bob Ross artist interpretation of this thing against the night sky.
Okay.
Add some happy trees.
Yep, lots of happy trees down at the bottom. Would you consider that sleight of hand or performance?
I'm going to say performance. Why not?
Yeah.
That's a skill we don't use very often.
Bit of an artist is Darius. Seems like a pretty good drawing. Oh.
What'd you roll?
17.
I mean, yeah, you draw a dark, cloudy night, where you have a little bit of the moon that's able to sort of illuminate, because it's not like super stormy. It's just I mean, it's rainy, but it's not super, super dark, thick clouds. There, you can see the moonlight through them. But yeah, you can draw this, what looks like a little arrowhead on a nice drawing. I mean, it looks like a nice little drawing. Yeah.
All right. And so
I'm-
Zod,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what to make of that.
And you guys
Um,
have like 2 more minutes of conversation so we can get to everybody else.
Yep. All right.
Not to cut you guys off, but other people should probably play
Like,
too.
is the sky falling? Are we gonna die? Like, that's crazy.
We're okay. It seems kind of far off.
All right. Well,
Could be something
like I said,
traveling. Could be reversed gravity. I'm not sure.
I still think once we get to some sort of city or whatever, we look and trying to figure out who cast these, either into these scrolls or who expenditured them. But I don't think we should be done with these. I wonder if,
I mean, hold on
we
to
should.
them. They might bring you luck.
I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, let's turn in.
All right,
And,
you guys
we'll wake
turn
up.
over the watch to Morgan and Bourbon.
Guys, nothing to report, but the sky's falling. Just don't be alarmed. But yeah, there's a void back there, and apparently it's normal, I guess. But I just noticed it now and kind of got a little worried. Right.
Thanks for the heads up.
Okay, Bourbon accepts that this is probably normal.
What? Oh,
During my watch, I'm going to send my hawk to fly towards the encroaching mountain thing.
it is still farther off than you're able to. You're only able to send your hawk, what, a mile?
No, I can send it as far as I want. I can only communicate up to a certain point.
Okay. The hawk flies up and well out of any sort of telepathic range at this.
I can see. So, according to the description, I can see through its eyes for as long as I want to. I just can't communicate with it or give it new orders.
Okay. So sending your hawk off, watching through its eyes, you fly. It takes a little bit. It's about 6 miles out, 7 miles out, which you're able to realize that if you're able to see it at this distance, and as you get closer to it, this is. And with your hawks, I do believe they have dark vision. I can't see why a hawk wouldn't, considering they are birds of prey.
Let me look it up real quick. I don't have it
I mean,
open right now.
I can only
One
imagine,
second.
right? They would have to have some sort of, right?
Give me a second. I've got it bookmarked. Un momento.
I mean, I can only imagine they have dark
It
vision.
has keen sight. It has no.
What is keen sight?
Advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. So yeah. But it doesn't say anything about dark vision.
Well, even as a matter of time getting up, I'm going to say that you're not able to make out great details, but as you get closer, this is a massive structure. I mean, it's as you get closer, it literally is a floating upside down mountain as you approach. It is huge as you get closer and closer. And I'm going to say that so you've flown to this thing, and as the hawk tries to get high enough to see the plateau of this thing, it is just too high up for the bird to handle.
You mean like the land at the base of the mountain?
So, like I said, it's imagine an upside down mountain floating in the sky. So you got the top of the mountain pointing down, right? This thing is floating, and as you're trying to get to the height of the plateau, it is just too high for the bird to go.
Plateau. I'm sorry. The plateau part is what's throwing me off.
The
You mean like the peak?
top, yeah, the top of the upside down mountain.
Okay. Okay.
So you're able to get you're at the you can get to the bottom and you can get so far up, but you can't reach the top of the structure of this upside down mountain. It's that high up that the bird is just not built for flying at that kind of altitude.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to say at that point the bird's just natural instinct is to turn around and head back. Meanwhile, as Morgan is in this trance with the bird, Bourbon, would you like to be doing anything?
Just keeping watch, since obviously she's doing her own thing. Now, I must have missed this. Is it in the direction that we're going? This giant structure?
It is in the direction you were coming from.
Coming from. Okay, so we're not heading toward it.
No.
Alright.
But I'm going to say make a perception check for me.
Bourbon's not great at these. 6.
Nah, you don't notice anything as you're sitting there. I'm going to say you're doing your watch, but you're pretty much like staring at Morgan like, where you at? All right, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah. So I'm going to say
I feel like I would have told. I feel like I would have told you that I was what I was doing before I fell into a trance.
Yeah, and I've seen you do it before. Like when we first met, you did that, so I know what you're up to.
Start prodding her.
all right. So I'm going to say that whole process, it was a few miles out. I'm going to say it takes about an hour, Morgan, before the hawk is back within a range where you can control it and you can come out of that vision of being through the hawk's eyes.
Right. Did anything happen while I was out?
No, it has been quiet.
I'm going to say also, Morgan, that you were able to realize that structure is definitely moving in your direction.
Well,
So it's following us essentially.
I mean, if you want to think that, sure. I mean, but like I said, as far as you can tell, it's definitely moving in a direction towards you. You've never seen this thing before, so whether it's following you or not, or just maybe heading in the same direction, considering you're heading towards drink.
Well, I got to look at the mountain, and it is so massive that I can't even describe. There's no basis. I have no basis of comparison. It's so big.
well, Zod did say it was normal, so perhaps we
I
shouldn't.
don't know if Zod is necessarily an authority on sky mountains.
I'm going to say make a history check for me. Both of you at this point. Why not? Just to see what happens.
All right.
Oh God, I suck at this too.
Did you just really make a gesture? Oh no! I was like, oh my gosh! She's like, I really suck at these. I was like, what the fuck am I? What am I watching here? History 1310. Neither one of you have ever heard of a floating upside down mountain being normal. I'm going to say that's yeah. You've never heard of anything like this before.
All right.
Oh,
Can I do?
Does that fit the background, sort of, maybe? Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah.
Don't challenge
Can I
it.
do
It's the forte.
Hey, look at that. Cool. Can I do an investigation check around me to see if I missed anything while I was out?
Sure.
Investigation is not my greatest talent, but nope, didn't find shit.
No. Everything seems pretty much normal.
Awesome.
If you two would like to have any sort of conversation, this is your time. You have, I'm gonna say you got. They had a long time, so you got take as long as you want, unless you guys don't have anything to talk about.
Well, I was just thinking about the fact that we know that Aber is supposedly coming towards Toril.
Yeah, you can see that in the other direction that the two worlds are colliding. This is just coming from the other side. I mean, I guess this is a whole situation that is rather unique. On one side, you've got what you can clearly see is a planet coming towards yours, and on the other side is a floating mountain heading in your direction, or upside down mountain floating in your direction.
Could make a mountain float. I mean, obviously, it must be magic. What do you think, Raban?
I do not do much thinking, madame. If I cannot strike it, if I cannot reach it, I do not know what to do.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, how are things between you and Lamarquis?
Ooh, now we're getting to the juicy
Raban
shit.
noticeably tenses.
Now we're getting
What
saucy.
was that? Sorry, you cut out for a second.
I notably tense up.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I was just curious.
Everything is fine. I love my job.
That's what people say when they don't love their job.
Oh.
Huh. Maybe things have been a little tense. I don't know.
Well, the good news is that you're in a party with a large number of people, so that provides some buffer between you that allows you to have some space. Maybe get yourself around your emotions.
It is true. You have all been so kind. Much more than I would have expected.
So I haven't traveled that much. I'm sort of a hometown girl, but so you guys came from Waterdeep. Did you get to travel anywhere interesting on your way to where we met? Or was it just a straight line? Did you get to have any interesting experiences or meet any interesting people?
What did we decide? I don't remember. Did we just take a portal straight from Waterdeep? Okay. Then I'll be honest. That no. We just came straight to you.
Wow, that's quite the journey.
It was... Well, we took a portal, so...
Oh, you took a portal.
Oui.
Well, that's fascinating. My children can make those. Well, two of my children can make those portals.
I've seen this talent.
How did, if it's not prying, who made yours?
Some old man. The Marquis keeps track of these things. I just follow him.
Fair enough. Old man. I'm trying to think if we've encountered any old men. It feels like it's starting to feel like every little thread of our lives are somehow destined and intertwined. Almost like we have no real control over our past or our future.
I often feel a lack of agency in my own life.
I don't suppose it'll get any better.
Isn't that what swords are for, though? A pigeon
Isn't that what?
From the root. Isn't that what swords are for? A pigeon coos from a tree branch.
Well, hopefully this entangled web will end soon without any of us being ended.
We can only hope.
But yes, if you ever need a buffer or you need somebody to, help you keep some space, just let me know.
I appreciate it.
Is that a
All right.
buffer or fluffer?
Jesus
What the fuck? No, not that second thing. I don't really have anything else to talk about right now.
All right, both of you make perception checks for me, please, as your watch comes to an end.
What the shit? What?
Bourbon, you like I said, know about the floating mountain in the sky, and before when you sort of looked over, you didn't notice anything really, but as the hours have gone by and the conversation with Morgan went on, you can clearly tell that that floating upside down mountain in the sky is clearly moving towards you, and it's seems to be moving rather quickly for something that size. Its size in the horizon has definitely gotten a lot larger. And that'll bring us to the end of your watch. Morgan, you're completely oblivious to that.
Well, I will let her know. Like, does that look bigger to you?
That's what she said.
Wow!
Yes, it does look significantly larger. That's concerning. I'm going to reach down and shake Verathok awake.
Purple will nudge Lamarquis with the toe of his boot.
Ooh.
Damn!
You sort yourself out.
I haven't said anything overtly bad.
It's the microaggressions they have.
Verathok, look at what's up in the sky.
Are you going to point that out as well, or do I overhear them?
I would say you
sure,
you
yeah.
would probably hear that if you're all in a tiny hut together. It's what 10 feet big, or you know what I mean. It's not
Is
like
that
it's
the
it's not the
castle
Ritz.
that we just left? Or the mountain we just left from? Or is that...
I don't know. Can you tell? It's moving towards us very, very
I mean,
fast. It's much larger than it was when we started the.
I'm going to say that Morgan, you would realize that wherever this came from, it wasn't as close as the keep you just came from. This came from miles and miles and miles away from the south.
Oh yeah, it was
seven.
came
It was
from
7
like 5
miles.
to 6 miles away.
Yeah, it came from a few miles away. You noticed it was
I
moving,
sent
and
my-
Bourbon can definitely notice that it's definitely gonna be catching up to you guys, or at least very close to you guys within the next couple of hours.
I sent my hawk to go look at it, and it's extremely high in the sky, higher than my hawk can fly, and it's moving very quickly towards us. Can you tell anything about it?
Can I make
Is it magical?
like an Arcana check or anything?
I'm going to say common sense would tell you that these kinds of things just don't happen naturally. This is definitely some creation of magic.
But like, would I be able
Or
to
is
tell?
somehow being held in the sky by magic. I mean, that's just I'm going to say common sense would tell you that much.
Alright, but could I like roll to see like what kind of magic that would take to do that? Possibly, if there's any wizards or anything that I would know of in the world that would even be capable of such a thing or anything like that.
Yes. I'm going to say yes. You can either make a history or an Arcana check.
Which one's better? History. Alright.
I think I also would like to make a history check.
Ugh, fuck. Well, that's a 12. But +8. Gotta love it.
Can I give one of them advantage to help with that history check?
Sure.
Give it to the guy with the +8.
Take some advantage, Verithok.
Alright, I'll roll again.
Look, it's big.
There we go.
floating
25.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
All right.
Nerd.
All right. So Verithok and Morgan, putting your heads together, looking at this thing. There was an empire millennia ago called the Nithris, or the Nithranese, that had access to magic beyond what anyone is allowed to now by governance of by the goddess of magic's governance. And I'm going to say you realize that it's not just one spell. That's a complex weave of some very, very powerful magic, a combination of magic items that fuels this thing on a almost eternal battery.
I'll relay all that to
Like literally, what you're
Bourbon.
looking at is a floating. What you can only imagine is a floating city
I
on top
assume
of a
Morgan
mountain.
would do that since she was helping me think about it.
Yeah, I would say between the two of you, bouncing the ideas off of each other.
Yeah, so then, we'll explain that to Bourbon and Le Marquis, I guess.
One of you should hold your finger up to the mountain and note its size, and then check its size again in comparison throughout your watch to see if you can try to guess
Calculate
how.
the ascent or descent.
Yes, something to that effect. Would that be? What would that be? Like, how could you test that with? It's like measuring the size of it compared to your finger over time, or something like that.
Investigation or perception check.
I would say more like maybe a survival, as it's moving closer towards you. Would you be able to notice? Yeah, I would say survival, because it's not descending or ascending. This thing is just.
Checking the
It's
speed.
like seeing a giant spaceship just moving at the same altitude towards you. You know what I mean? Like this thing is just.
Well, survival's only +3, so.
I could bardic inspire you, since we just took a long rest.
I mean, that
Well,
could
you
work.
haven't finished the long rest yet. This is your watch.
We slept. We got our rest.
Oh yeah, I
we
guess you
got
did. Yeah.
2 shifts in.
So yeah, as Morgan and Bourbon turn it over to Le Marquis and Verithok. The two of you can choose to stay awake if you wish. If not, well, do what you do.
Yeah, are they going to sleep, or what are you guys doing?
If I've already gotten all my sleep, then Bourbon will stay awake and make breakfast for everybody.
Okay. So is are me and Le Marquis kind of away from everybody then?
If you got, well, I mean, you're in the tiny
It can
hut.
be.
So in the tiny hut, no, you're probably not away from anybody, really.
Oh, Le Marquis, I mean, we should probably step outside to actually get a good watch. This dome we can see through it, but it's hazy. Like looking through tint.
Sorry to interrupt, Chris. I just wanted to tell you one thing. I'm not going to go back to sleep since I already got my rest. I'm going to use my new Eyes of the Runekeeper while they're watching to read the Draconic book that you gave me, History of the Lineage of the First Five, Volume 2.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that, so I'll send you the notes for that here in a little bit.
Oh, and I did have comprehend languages, so I think I could have read that as well. So
Yeah, I will send that to you shortly.
So are we going outside then?
Yes, we are.
I immediately cast fire. No.
And the beatdown begins. Here we go. All right. Hell yeah. Revenge of the Sith. That's right. Revenge of the Fifth, right?
Revenge of the Fist.
Soleil Marquet. What's up with this stuff that Bourbon has been talking about with possibly thinking you might have been our target? You lied and all that stuff.
I do not lie. Gabon is having a crisis of faith, one that should be immediately rectified.
How you plan on doing that?
It's nothing I can do. Gabon just needs a firm hand.
Yikes.
A firm hand.
Wait. Gabon deserves a reward, so I shall set off to immediately when we get into town, write a few nobles back home in Waterdeep.
Remind him of his place.
What? Write the nobles for what?
Title. Gabon will be a knight.
Oh. That'll definitely perk them up big time. For sure.
Mon Dieu. Other French things.
Baguette.
I'm a baguette.
Baguette, because I'm French.
Shit, that'll be funny. Just start breaking in just random French words anytime I just say something. But no, Gabon is having a crisis, and so it shall be addressed.
I guess at least you're not just pushing the issue to the side. That's good.
No, we're all under a lot of stress lately. World-ending consequences, a potential mountain about to fall on us.
I doubt that'll actually happen. We're the seven of the rod, or whatever the term is.
You have a 7-inch rod?
On a good day.
You hear Morgan cackle.
That's too fucking funny. So we're in hushed tones, since apparently we were overheard. What do you think about this being a patron to Merrick and stuff? Like, yeah, I know I owe him a favor, but you know, it's a little different, I think. Tell me if I'm crazy.
In my experience, the less people you pledge yourself to, the better.
Yeah, but we really needed a nap. We're getting beside the point.
I think we investigate, we see where it goes. The course is strong. We see how it lies. I do need to get to town.
I mean, don't we all?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say who we're missing. I was gonna say Ahmed, but yeah. I don't know. What can I cause shit with?
Just start talking about his wife.
I don't know. Well, no. We're having a heart-to-heart.
Oh, okay.
Don't
You're,
ruin the moment.
Your father-in-law. Your
Yeah.
fa-
Mafaja.
your Faja.
What about him?
You don't know. Close traveling companions. You've been with him longer than you have your fiance.
Well, that's actually not necessarily true. Technically, I've only been traveling with him for How long in game actually? It is above table. How long in game actually has it been? Like a month, maybe? A little bit longer than that. A little bit less than that. Something around there.
How long have we been with the? We've been here like maybe less than a week, Katie, right?
Do not know how much time has passed.
Yeah.
I know we were together for a little while before
Right.
in Waterdeep. We didn't. I guess we didn't travel.
Chris, above table, how long has the party been traveling? Not us, but the important people.
At
Well,
this point,
I
it's been a
joined it
couple of
halfway too.
what, a month and a half, 2 months, 2 months ish.
So how long have I been with the group then? In the from the Feywild.
A month.
Okay, yeah. So it's only been a month that I've been traveling with it. So, yeah. All right.
How long have you been engaged?
Ye couple, year or two.
Oh, guys, his feet. He's more committed.
You would remember, Verithok, that you were engaged for 3 years.
3 years.
3-year engagement?
Wow.
My God, guy.
In
Well, that I mean, well,
You ain't getting
not
younger.
to give Verithok help him out here, but they were also, he was also with his fiance trying to track down her father. They were a bit more engaged in something else than, I mean, they were together and whatnot, but
And, you know, things came up.
they were preoccupied.
Saving parents and whatnot.
Does
And then
he
we
have
found
to-
them, and now apparently she's aligned with Merrick too, and everybody's teamed up with Merrick, and I don't understand it. He's a lich.
I sense you do not approve of your fiance's alignment. Fiance.
Can't say that I do, no.
So we need to go back to that firm hand I talked about. Keep them in line.
And we just got canceled. There we go, right there.
He's a piece of shit. It's okay if I do it.
We might have to work about writing you out of the game there, Rob.
Lemarquis is a piece of shit. He would say shitty things. It's fine.
All right,
That is an approach I have not thought to take. I don't know. My plan, I think we just need to. And I'm going to look around and be like, I think we just need to kill Merrick, take out all these other people that he's conniving against and with, and everyone's got their little backdoor secret plans. And then we step in and set things right, because we know the right thing.
I do not shy away from bloodshed.
That's what I'm saying. You know, sometimes you gotta do the hard thing.
But I have known in many cases where someone dies and the mess becomes bigger.
Well, that's why I say we got a list. First we take out Merrick, then we take out that Mauve or whatever the
I'm
fuck that
perfectly
red
fine with
dragon
taking
is.
out Mab.
Mob.
Meave, Mauve.
Hi, can I help with the Pam situation? And then there was one other person, I can't remember their name, but they were fucking around too. We just take out them, and then we take over, and it's all good.
Shit, I have a name. I have a name on my list. Fucking, what the hell's his name? Conalon. I want Conalon dead. That guy's mean. He's a jackass.
Which one was Catalan?
He's the guy that was guiding us here. Took my powers for a day.
Well, I mean,
Catalan's not that bad. He's a good guy. He's pretty chill.
We see.
But yeah, I feel like Merrick is the source of 99.9% of these problems. And he's got everyone else convinced that he's doing the good thing or he's the lesser of the evils, but I don't know.
Can I hear them talking at all?
I'm trying to talk quietly so you don't. Like,
I
we
think we
left the
purposely
dome and walked
wandered off
away and
a
stuff.
little bit. Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to sneak up and trying to listen to them, we can make a stealth or something check. But I'm going to say if you're not, then you wouldn't be able to overhear them. They're mumbling.
Yeah, no,
you,
I
you
wasn't
can hear
trying
them
to be.
mumbling amongst each other, having a conversation, a low conversation, but you can't hear them.
Nope, I'm sitting inside the dome.
Yeah, I understand completely. Perhaps we should start identifying the party members who would go along with a red stained path.
I mean, you kind of just got here, but it's basically been a red stained path the whole way.
Well, what color do these fucking graboids bleed? Because that's all I've fought this entire time so far. Actually, I killed the acolytes.
Come on,
They were
Dad. you
undead.
got bugs.
They were undead, so they didn't bleed.
Yeah.
Alright, so I've not shed any actual blood, because the bugs don't probably bleed
Yeah, probably goop.
goo.
All
Nobody
right.
makes me bleed man blood.
So
No
we're
one makes
gonna
me bleed slime.
gonna
I
go
just
ahead
want
and-
to let it be known and make it clear right before this that just because I owe this favor, I am in no way aligned to Merrick. It was solely kind of had to be done in the moment type of deal.
I understand completely now.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris, you were about to.
All right, you're good. So as we're gonna go ahead and bring that conversation to a close. I need both of you to make perception checks for me as your watch is coming down to the last little bit here.
Can we do that survival right before that survival check first, just to gauge the falling mountain
Okay.
thing?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check, and then make a.
And you said you wanted me to do that?
Yeah, I will give you a quick bardic inspiration on that. Actually, can I just give you advantage on it instead of bardic inspiration?
You can help me.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Okay.
You're like getting your face down next to his, and you're both like looking at your finger, like
We're sharing the one
Wow,
thumb to like,
two
look at it.
15s. 18.
As you both are holding your thumbs up, looking at it, you know,
if the
sort of
mushroom is
comparing
bigger
notes,
than your
you
outline,
can clearly
you
tell
get
that it
close.
is moved quite a bit towards you. At this point, it's maybe a mile out.
And then now we both do a perception check.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 14.
It lingered on
even
that
with a
20.
14, well, with a 14, you see. Not only do you see this giant upside down mountain, which you can clearly tell is, I mean, like I said before, you can clearly tell it's old Nithranese magic. What you can only assume is a floating city moving closer and closer towards you. You can see even as the late night, early morning, as the sky is beginning to lighten. Even with the clouds, you can see this thing. It's hanging below the clouds at this point. Looks like there's dragons circling. You can see shadows circling the clouds.
Wait, did you say Githranese?
No, I said dragons. Nithranese.
No, before.
Nithranese.
Okay.
Wait, Nithranese, not Netherese, Nithranese.
It's one of the,
is it an E or an I?
oh crap. It's old D&D lore. God damn it.
Netherese?
Yeah, Netherese.
From Neth?
Yes. Netherese.
Oh, so it's an E. Okay,
Like the Netherese
that was-
orb inside Gale's chest?
Yikes.
that's what I was thinking.
Also from Waterdeep.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming. Gale's from Waterdeep.
Also a piece of shit.
Why is he a piece of shit? He's in love with a god, okay?
Fuck Gale. Eating up all my
My
magic
character-
items and blowing up.
So
My
Okay, you're
character
not gonna
rolled
need
so
some
hard.
shitty boots.
Yeah, get the dumb stuff.
yeah, Verathok with that 14, you can see as you're looking up, you're even through that what you were told is a protective barrier over this land, hiding it, protecting it in the between the clouds and the moon and the sun as the night is coming to an end and morning is or the new day is beginning. You can see shadows of dragons flying over it, around it, circling it.
Well, guys, I gotta say, with how fast this thing's coming at us and the fact that they got dragons, I feel like we should just wait here and see what they want.
Are we back in the tent, or are we still a bit off?
I don't know. If we're well,
I'm going to say
either way, if
this
we're
is as
walking back
your
or-
watch is coming to an end. That's what you see as you're finishing up or having your conversation.
Yeah, well, I'll turn back.
Yeah, I'll say that as we walk back in. I'm gonna point it out. Y'all see this shit?
Funny shit I ever saw.
So as you do that, as you walk in and wake everybody up, I'm assuming, and point this crazy scene out to everybody.
Darius, I thought you said we're not in danger. The sky's falling. We're all dying
As
today.
As you're seeing this, like I said, it's still a mile off, but it is huge.
You okay, John?
All of you can see the shadows of these dragons floating around the top of the citadel. All of a sudden, all of you see just them launch an attack at this thing. And it goes on for a few minutes. Just
The dragons are
wave
attacking the
upon
city?
wave, the dragons seem to be attacking the top of the citadel. Or the top of this floating upside down mountain city in the sky. You're watching wave upon wave of attack.
Verathok, you got a second?
Yeah.
I'll pull him aside. I'm gonna be like, I didn't want to say this in front of the group, but see, I found these 3 pieces of paper, and I have no idea what they're written in, but I think that they might give us some answers or lead us to some answers. And I'm hesitant to who I share this with because clearly we have people working both sides, and someone's leaking some information, but I tried telling Darius, but he dismissed it. It was very suspicious, actually. But I'm not quite sure what these 3 are. But he suggested maybe we find someone that could cast like a spell to track somebody. But here, have a look. Look at these things. For sure, these will lead us to some answers. And we definitely have to either seek out its creator or the person who cast it and try to figure out what's going on with these 3. And he'll present the burn scrolls.
And do they have anything written on them that I can read or see or anything?
I can't read it. Darius said he couldn't read the language either, but he just said that they're magic, and one was a spent fireball scroll, but didn't tell me what the other 2 were. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't. I think he's knew more than what he told me.
And all 3 of the scrolls are messed up.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently
They all
been
look like
spent.
burnt ends of pieces of like something you would maybe have pulled out of a fireplace that didn't quite burn with the rest of the paper. Like
And
I
is there
described before.
any writing on them at all that's legible?
Yes.
Okay. Is it in Elven, Draconic, Abyssal, Celestial, or Dwarvish?
No.
Alright. Um, Zod, you're probably onto something. I gotta give you that. But sadly, even with my helmet, I cannot read what the words on these say. I don't know what language it is.
Neither do I, and Darius said you didn't know either.
But I know Le Marquis, being the roguish type that he is, probably would be able to understand this.
Yeah, but what happens if he's the leaker? He's awfully suspicious, don't you think?
That is true. All that pain on his face does
Yeah.
make it kind of hard to trust him.
And he pissed off his closest confidant. So, like, might be some shady shit, some double cross, and that's why they're fighting. But like I said, these 3 pieces of paper, I think these are the key for sure. We need to, top priority is find the origin of these pieces of paper.
Well, isn't the origin from the golem? Or golem, or whatever?
Yeah, but the golem didn't put these spells on the scrolls. And he didn't cast 3 spells, so did the golem cast these? I don't know.
That is a good point. You know what? You should definitely make sure you keep this on the down low. Don't just be telling everybody, because I think you may have figured out the true key to the puzzle.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, we have to get to a city and then explore it a little further.
Definitely.
Okay, keep your eyes out for someone who might be able to help us on the down low.
Will do.
Let's go watch the show of the dragons laying waste to the platform, or the plateau, or whatever.
So yeah, as you are, I'm going to say that that wasn't in hushed tones. I'm going to say all of you were standing right there during that conversation. Whether you were listening or not, as you're observing this, what
it's
seems
supposed to be quiet.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so then you're mumbling as everybody's watching this show up in the sky, and then something unbelievable happens. On top of the shadow that this thing is already casting, as the day is breaking, the rains have stopped, and the clouds. It's a partly cloudy morning. You can see some of what's going on at this point as the sun comes up and the clouds burn off. These dragons circling and attacking, and it's unbelievable. It's almost as if you watch the buildings fall down like Legos being taken apart. In the shadows, and it seems to move into a mass, and it seems to start growing into what appears to be a colossal sized human or humanoid like figure. You can't make out much just between the clouds and the distance, but it looks like these dragons have been sizably matched.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
It's Jesus
I was
Christ.
thinking it was Voltron, but okay.
I'm thinking more like Metroplex. Another Transformers reference. Boom, boom. Psst. This thing is massive.
What did Brabant make for breakfast?
That's a good point, actually. Did you
There's
use those new
definitely-
special spices?
There's definitely bacon sizzling in the tiny tent.
You didn't make a quiche?
Should I use my special spices? I do have them
I mean,
though.
how do you know they work if you don't use them?
That's
Did you
true.
get the
I
mama berry?
definitely. I was just gonna say I definitely gave you the Mama Bear apron as soon as you started cooking, so you're wearing that now.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop those. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop those special spices in there.
We're all
Hey.
just ignoring the fight happening.
And as you all are doing that, being very nonchalant, I guess, as this scene is unfolding above you and in front of you, You can see this giant. It looks like a giant golem, but on a scale that you couldn't even fathom. You watch it smack a dragon, a good-sized dragon, hard with its hand. And it doesn't even grab it. It just smashes it. And you watch as a dragon falls from the sky, looking broken, as it smashes into that protective dome. You just watch it just hit it limp, dead. Even you can see at this distance that is if it's at least an adult dragon, if not older and bigger than that.
Did it fall to the ground?
It hit the protective barrier and just sort of seems to just hit it and just lay there. And as that happens, you watch the other dragons flying. It's almost like watching like King Kong and the airplanes, sort of, as this thing is swiping and they're coming in and around and attacking, and you can watch just parts of this floating mountain just explode and break off and fall and hit this barrier, and you can watch it almost like in Infinity War, when the things are falling and hitting that dome. They seem to be just smashing and rolling off and falling down.
I think I'm confused. Where's this dome at?
You guys are in the dome, remember?
Oh, we're in the dome.
Oh, it literally falls right on top of us?
No. You're in the tiny hut inside of that elven land that was protected by the dome.
Oh, okay. All right. That's where I was confused. I was like,
Yeah,
what in
so
the fuck was there a dome?
Yeah, you guys came through the portal that gave you access, which is why Mob was outside. You know what I mean? Like, you were hidden and camouflaged. Like, this is happening above you.
Okay.
And what you can only assume is a hidden place, but
Damn. I wanted to go dissect that dragon.
well, as all of this unfolds, as you're watching all of this, and after it's a couple of minutes as you're watching this interaction happen, and a couple of minutes is a long time in combat. I would think all of you know that, watching this. Bits of this mountain falling and hitting this dome and breaking apart. And at this point, all of you can clearly see Mab as one of the dragons fighting this thing.
Smacker, cross a name off my list.
And as the battle, as you watch this fight, you see that Mab flies low and underneath and seems to strike a point on the mountain. And the whole thing lists hard to the left. Almost like a ship that's been hit and starting to sink and just lists to one side. And all of you can see this colossus-sized figure lean back as if it's trying not to fall off, but it's just not fast enough. And it slams onto its back and slides down as if it were on a slide. And as it starts to fall, it's high enough up to be able to turn itself around. And you can see it come down with its massive, massive fist. And Mob makes another swoops around. And you can see her unleash her breath on this thing as it strikes the dome. There's a massive explosion. And all of you watch as this protective field cracks and breaks open. And you watch this colossal figure fall and slam into the ground with an earth-quaking thud. You can see the dust come up. Even a mile away, you can feel the ground shake beneath you. And even feel a little bit of the displaced wind from the impact of this thing. The dragons circle outside of this hole. They don't enter, but seem to be more preoccupied with the now listing mountain. What would you all like to do?
Get the fuck out of here.
Eat breakfast.
Second breakfast.
Bourbon made personalized pancakes for everyone in the shape of their primary weapon, except for the Marquis, who gets a pancake.
Damn.
How many hours has it been at this point since I popped the dome?
I'm gonna say we're reaching the end of the watch, so it's at this point you've only got just a couple of minutes left. Sam, we can't hear you.
I think we need to figure out what we're going to do before this dome collapses, because they can't see us, but they're going to in just a moment. If they haven't already smelt us or sensed our presence somehow.
Are they tracking you?
They shouldn't be able to track us anymore, but they know that we're here. I mean, they know we're in this vague area.
I say we haul ass to the town or city or whatever it is.
Yeah. Be easier
While
to get
they're
allies.
distracted with that, we should be able to get
Whatever
there.
that is.
We're all eating our pancakes as we look up at like we're eating popcorn or something.
Bourbon, does mine look like a morning star or just a square from my spell book?
Wait, so I thought book at first, but that would be dumb.
Which do you think is my primary weapon?
Let's go
Do I get
morning
two
star. I think
pancakes?
that's cooler.
I get 2 pancakes.
2 pancakes.
2 pancakes.
I was trying to write it all down, but then I realized I didn't note down everybody's weapons, so.
That is still in a trance. Someone has to force feed him.
Okay, and you guys all get +1 to saving throws because I use the special spices in it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like
+1 with the +3 as well that you already give by being near you.
Probably.
I feel like the mama bear apron should give inspiration or something, just for
Yeah,
the
'cause I'm
sheer
using it
joy
up.
of it.
What?
Yeah, let's
Come on,
go to
Chris.
town.
Yeah, let's shovel in those pancakes and get out of here.
So we're heading towards drink. We're not going back towards the Colossus that just smashed into the ground.
This thing one-shot a dragon and then fell out of the sky 1,000 feet. Hell no, we're not going there.
And maybe if there were some dead dragons on the ground, I'd sneak over there and
I mean, I would
cut
say
in the
at that
leg,
point you
but-
would have seen a couple of carcasses fall through the hole in the dome. With the
You said that's over a mile away?
it's a mile to the southeast.
Hey guys, dragon parts though.
Don't we have to head back to that town to pick up the items that you guys commissioned? That wasn't drink. That was a
Brimchander,
different
that's
town.
right.
How far
That
is
was back
Brimchander?
home on. That was back home on Abor.
No, that wasn't. You're not on Toro. Well, you are on Toro. That was on Toro.
Okay, yeah.
Brimchander is the town you left before you were going to go up and try to break into the jail, which led you all to here at this
right,
point.
and we've teleported who gods know
You haven't
Who knows
teleported
how
that
far
far.
away from there?
No, you haven't.
I don't have a map.
I have a map. I pull out my map and I want to see how far
It was
we are
what
from
was I believe it was 7 days from Bryn Shander.
a full week.
Yeah, it was 8 days to get here, right? I do. No, I'm sorry. That was to get to Bryn Shander the first time. You're 4 days away from Bryn Shander.
I'm not
Back
trying to walk
back to the
4
south,
days to
back to the
Bryn Shander
southeast.
right now.
Either
Well,
way, I
I
think you
can-
had to drink anyway, because
Yeah.
I mean, unless our flyers want to go zip in, go steal some dragon parts.
Ooh,
Could I do that?
I will give my broom to somebody who's stealthy, so that they could go do that.
Is there any requisite skill to fly, or can I just do it?
I just give you the broom and you just do it. It's not attuned or anything.
Strap between your legs, jump on, and go.
Let's go. I want to do tricks while I do it too.
I got really good sneak as well, so I can fly with you on on the carpet.
No, I don't have anything else for it. Okay. Chris wandered off.
I'll be right there. Give me 2 seconds.
I don't know if a rapier is going to be good for cutting up dragon parts.
Is there a magic
Can I have your bag of holding, please?
All right, sorry, I'm back. My bad.
Mine?
Don't you have bag of holding on you?
I do, yes. Let me see if there's anything in it that yeah, you can take my bag of holding. It's got the only thing in it that's not like standard is I've got a light crossbow +1 in there and a floating red lantern, which will it is a stealth item. It doesn't show your location and it also follows you wherever you go.
I just want to throw some dragon parts in there.
All right, it's yours.
It might get kind of messy in the bag.
It's a different realm. Or however.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The Verathok and I want to go zip over and see if we can butcher a dragon.
Stealthily take some scales and some parts and all that good stuff.
All
A
right.
flame sacker too.
All right. So then let me.
We want to be
do this.
sneaky, super sneaky.
Hey, Chris, while they are going off to stealthily collect dragon parts, could I be studying something?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so
I would
Lord
like to be
Arcane,
studying
Verathok.
I would like to be studying my scroll of pedigree to look for odd things. Anything strange about it, anything that looks out of place,
The
that
hell's a
does not
scroll
fit
of
my
pedigree?
memory.
You have a dog too?
No, it's standard equipment for the noble background.
Can you ping that for me real quick?
No, it was just an other possession.
Then can you
Like patents and nobility?
Yes, essentially, yes.
You can ping your background, can't you? Yeah, just click it and you can send it to Beyond 20.
Did we get any other peculiar magical items from the castle that need identifying?
All right. Well,
I think Zod's
You mean
got
like my?
skills.
we're gonna
Do you
go.
mean like my backstory notes?
No.
Or like,
Can you
does your
can
character
you
sheet, like,
copy and
background?
can you copy paste it and
So-
send it to me in some form so I can look at that real quick?
My background?
Well, no, that scroll of pedigree.
Okay. Oh, it's just a thing in my inventory that says scroll of pedigree. There's no actual information on it.
All right. Let's talk about that in just a minute.
Okay.
All right. So, Laymar K and Verathok. I do believe you two should be able to see the map, correct?
Yes.
Now I do.
As you approach, you see the shattered remains of what you can only assume is a massive, massive construct. Around, you can see underneath it the smashed remains of a couple of dead dragons. And as you approach, it looks like from what you can see, looking at that, you can see that smashed skull. This body is distributed over a good swath of land. You would have figured it would be dead, but something about it doesn't seem like it's quite done yet.
Are you talking about the construct?
Yes.
Okay. Are all these crystals and stuff actually pouring out of it?
It is. It looks like it's coming out of it, but it almost make an investigation check. Yeah, as you're approaching on your flying carpet and on a flying broom.
Do you want to investigate together so you can give me advantage?
No, I already rolled. My bad.
Oof. All right.
Get over what I got. Okay, you're there.
I'm gonna say, as you approach, you see that liquid, but it doesn't seem like this creature bled it. It almost looks like it was just stuffed with it.
Do we see any dragons flying around or anything right now?
You looking up, you can see that they're more concerned with like I said, that now listing citadel. They seem to be landing on it and clawing up it and going through it.
Would it be possible for me to easily fly up and get like 2 vials of that liquid? Like, how close is it to the dead dragon? Or the couple dead dragons?
Within just a few feet. I mean, it's everywhere.
Okay, cool.
It's like when you take one of those like chocolate filled Easter bunnies, like the chocolate Easter bunny with like the chocolate filling, and you were just to smash it on the ground. You know what I mean? It's not like it's going through its veins, but it's almost like its insides were stuffed with it, and it's like shattered a porcelain doll with a bunch of goo in the middle. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll look at Lay Marquee and like, are we ready to get up in there?
I see no reason why not.
Alright, we're gonna sneakily get up to them dragons in that liquid.
Okay.
What do I only have my rapier, so let's see how well we can start gutting things.
I got some stuff, I think. I mean, I got my magic scimitar and shit.
All right. So as you approach, you can clearly tell that it is some sort of magical liquid coming out of, or just thrown everywhere, oozing out of the remains of this broken construct. That seems to be, as you're looking at it, and as you get closer and down into right on the puddles, and as you're looking at this creature, you can see that it's actually like slowly, ever so slowly, you can see it healing itself.
And I gather up. Oh, sorry.
And yeah, you can definitely gather up some of this liquid, but make a make a perception check for me at this point. Both of you, as you get closer, seeing what you're seeing here.
Come on, let's get a good roll for once. 2 bad ones in a row.
14.
All right, that's the opposite of a good roll.
Verathok, as you're down there scooping, I'm assuming you have empty vials?
Yeah, I want to get 2 vials of it.
All right. As you're down there scooping up these, filling these vials, looking over, they're weird pod-like growths on the end, at the edges of these pools that seem to be like you remember aliens or aliens with the little pods that sort of started to pulsate. You can see these, but they're in little clusters on the edges.
Crystals? Sorry.
No, like aliens, like the little eggs that the little things came out of. The face huggers.
Oh.
You can see
Oh,
these like
right.
little eggs all around the edges of these pools of liquid that are everywhere around this smashed construct. That seems to be rebuilding itself ever so slowly. Like you have to look at it for a minute and be like, is that sort of, you can see just little by little starting to put itself back together again.
All right, so I got 2 vials of that ooze.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to do. And you said there's like pods that have those things in them, or something.
They're pods that are growing on the edges of the pools of this substance that you've scooped up.
All right. Well, Verathok is smart enough to know to not fuck with none of that, and I just want to rush over to the fucking dragons and start getting as many scales and whatever as I can.
All right,
I have a magical sword, so I should be able to cut through it pretty easily.
I'm going to say make
Especially
a
if they're
survival check. And how much time would you like to spend doing this?
I don't know. What do you think, Olay Marquet?
I'm sorry, you said something about pods? Is someone moving or something? What are you talking about?
We're just gonna ignore those and hope nothing happens with them.
And then I finally see them. Oh. Fucking rolling a 7, goddamn. I say the quicker amount of time we are here, I assume the party members are getting bored.
Okay. I guess what, like 20, 30 minutes doing, like, working just as fast as we can to get the most valuable parts of the dragons as we can.
All right, so go ahead and make a survival check for me then.
Do we want to do it separately, or do we want to help each other to do advantage?
What is your what's your bonus on survival?
+3.
Better than mine. I'm giving you advantage.
All right. It's a 15.
You're able to pull off 7 pounds of red dragon meat and 3 red dragon scales.
Okay, let me. All right.
And as you're finishing that up, you notice that the pods are undulating more and more and more.
Fly away!
Yeah, I
And
say we get the hell out of here.
as you mount up on the broom and the carpet, these things pop open and you see eyeless creatures. They have spider-like legs come out of this pod. It looks like a furred creature in the front with a mouth, no eyes, and a insect-like scaled back end. Something out of a nightmare. And as you begin to fly away, you can see you can watch as their back ends sort of zzz, almost like a bee, and immediately take notice of you. And as you begin to make your way back towards the camp, or towards your friends, or towards the party, you can see that that whole cluster of pods has burst open, and they immediately start down the road behind you.
Okay. I mean, we're pretty fast on these things, so.
Can I dash on it? Can you dash on a broom?
Yeah, can we dash on our broom and carpet?
I don't see why you
It has a
couldn't.
flying speed.
Yeah, you could
Well, then I
spend
can
you could
go
spend the
160
time
feet.
getting back to the. I mean, yeah, you're able to use your. Hey, Brandon, what's going on, buddy? See, you're muted, but hey there. See, you join the party. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna haul ass back then. Me and fucking Lay Marquis. Dashing the whole way, I guess.
Action, dash, bonus action, dash, 150 feet covered in 6 seconds. Let's go. We're flying.
yeah, so you're able to
Yeah.
make it back. What you can clearly tell is way ahead of whatever that was that burst out of those pods and started heading in your direction. And I'm going to say
Guys, we gotta
both
go.
of you would have noticed that there was a lot of pods around all of that thing that exploded everywhere. There were a lot of pods.
Guys, we got to go.
Did you get us dinner? Got some good meat?
No.
Oh,
If you want to
We
eat
got a
red
whole
dragon.
bunch of spider friends.
Morgan, I give you back your broom and your bag of holding.
Full of dragon stuff. Cool. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. So what would you all like to do at this point? You're back
Go
at the
to
camp. It
whatever
is
the town is.
you're back at the camp. It's first thing in the morning,
Expeditiously.
or yeah. Say it's been an hour. Yeah, I'll say about an hour. You guys went and
Ahmed
made your
comes
way
out of
back.
this trance very confused.
Yeah, I say we go to town immediately. Like, all of us dashing the whole way there, running, whatever.
So that giant that fell from the sky hit, and now there are spider things?
Yeah, like, fucking dozens to hundreds of them.
Alright, Bourbon doesn't need to be told twice, we'll start running. Not waiting around for spider things.
Girl, don't mind the dogs.
Yeah, I'll take the dogs. I'll be in charge of them.
You're muted, Sam, if you're talking to us.
Hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I'm down to haul ass to town. Let's go.
All right. Making your way. I'm going to say all of you are hauling ass down the way. All of you make perception checks as you're about an hour into the. Actually, make. I'm going to say make athletics checks to see if you all can keep up the hard pace for the first hour.
It's the only thing I'm
Do I have to do that if I'm on my carpet?
No, if you're on the carpet or on the broom, you probably wouldn't, but the others would have
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Same modifier, so 24.
I can
Athletics.
take somebody on the broom with me.
Yeah, I'm going to say athletics because you're trying to keep up a sprinting pace.
Alright, we'll say I'm falling behind because I got these dogs to watch after.
Oof.
Darius
Let's
is
go.
old, so he's.
You're shuffling.
I'm gonna offer Brabant, would you like to fly on the broom with me?
Darius.
I'm gonna hold up the dogs. I'm carrying them.
We're the dogs. They should run better than us.
It's true. Alright, we'll just let them run free. I'll get on Morgan's the broom.
All right, so Darius, you fall behind. You trip up and fall behind. And as you do so, you begin to hear just it sounds like a bunch of spiny little feet hitting the ground behind you, coming over the leaves in the woods, in the trees, on the leaves, on the ground.
Man, they were able to keep up with us.
I'll pick
Wait in-
myself up and up and continue going and misty step a little bit.
All right, for the next hour
A few feet.
of keeping up this high pace, I need everybody to make another athletics check for me. See if you're able to keep up. Keep your one foot in front of the other. Those that are not on flying objects, by the way.
Chris, I'm going to cast Find Steed and then jump on my my giant slug. It's going to carry me.
How's a slug gonna help?
You never seen the Never-Ending Story?
Oh my god!
I can do.
Funny, but I don't think they
I can
have
do
race. We don't have
phantom.
racing slugs.
Well, that's my steed.
Chris, are these creatures? How far behind us would? How many minutes behind us would you say these creatures are?
Not far.
More than 10 minutes? Less than 10 minutes?
Less than 10 minutes.
All right.
Oh, casting time of 10 minutes. Never mind, I don't cast Find Steed. Boo.
All right. Well, then make an athletics check for me, please. And it looks
like somebody coming up. else
failed. Somebody else failed.
6, natural 1.
All right.
So I started to cast my spell after all, and everyone else kind of took off. And
All right. So Le Marquet.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, 1 second. My phantom steed doesn't require me to be sitting still. I can be moving while I do it. It just has to. So if I can cast it while flying. Anybody want a steed?
How long does that take?
I'm falling behind, so it couldn't hurt for me to have it.
It takes 11 minutes.
All right. So you would have failed. They would have failed anyway. So Zod, Darius, and Le Marquet. Since Darius, you passed this time, are all running evenly. The three of you are, while the rest are clearly up ahead of you. Yeah, and like I said, you can clearly hear the sounds of insects or something coming up behind you, hard and fast, and there's a lot of them.
the cicada, they're coming for us.
All right, on to the third and last hour of this run.
Thought we were only 2 hours from town.
You're 4 hours, but drawing it out for dramatic effect. 3, best out of 3. See what happens.
Well, Darius failed again.
Yeah, we see that. I see that.
Wasn't Darius getting on the steed?
Was he getting on the seat? I don't believe so. Was he?
Who was the one that said they wanted the steed?
I wanted the steed.
Oh,
All right.
Never
So
mind then.
Darius, and that as you're coming up on all of you are coming around the bend, and you can see the town of Drink just ahead of you. You are just not able to keep one foot in front of the other, and you trip and fall. And at this point, you see them. These god awful looking nightmarish creatures. Make a history check for me, please.
They're critters.
Nope, they're just terrifying looking little bugs to you. But you're able to get up and keep moving. But you're definitely able to make note of what they look like. They are awful looking creatures. In fact, I will go ahead and I will do this. Where are you guys? Where did I put you guys? Oh, yeah, that's where I put you guys. I think everybody's right here. I can just give you guys a... All right, so everybody should be able to see what's on. See the map.
The weird brown alien
Oh.
token. That thing's messed up.
This
Oh.
is what you see.
Oh God.
Spooky.
This is not accurate on the map. I'm just a point of reference of what these things look like. And there's hundreds of them coming up and around the bend as you're coming towards the gates of the city. And Darius, you're able to see them in full detail. But you all make it to the city gates. And as you're running, you can hear a bell of alarm going off. Someone is ringing a bell. You can see a lot of activity on the short but sturdy looking walls. And standing at the gate that is closing is Connellan. And as you make it to the gate, he says, "Do please enter." An interesting form of creature to take care of this situation, I think. Deeper and deeper we go. As he gestures all of you into the main gate. What would you all like to do as these creatures are approaching from behind?
Run!
All right. As all of you enter, the gates close behind you. You can hear the skittering of feet, the loosing of arrows from the guards on the wall. Seems like rather an interesting turn of events. I'm curious as to what exactly happened in there. Why, all of you have gotten rather quiet.
Where's Esther?
Why, she is right down the street at the inn. It is just, what, mid-morning? I mean, she's been being entertained by the hostesses of the establishment.
Are you guys not like worried about the giant thing that fell and broke the dome and all the dragons and the infestation of crazy weird magic spider bug things hauling ass towards this town right now?
Oh, why, the mage rippers are quite a concern, as is the giant golem.
Can we back up just a second there? Mage rippers?
Why, yes, mage rippers.
What is that? What?
Why, they are creatures that feast on magic and magic abilities. Should
Carla would
you
know
be
about that.
attacked by one, let us say that a spell is burned, starting with your most powerful down to your least.
Onalan would know about that, yes.
And what
Taking
happens
magic
when you
power.
run out of magic to feed them?
Well, at that point, well, you die. And every spell that is drained from you, they reproduce.
So it's not only absorbing but reflective.
Yes.
Hmm. And if you were to assail them,
And your mic cut out again, dude. Why does your shit do that? Like mid sentence. So weird.
you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Great. I don't have more questions. Someone else can talk. About to punch this guy in the face anyway.
You can try, young man.
I try to punch him in the face.
Okay.
What?
This ought to get saucy.
Chris, are we able to take a break here in a few minutes?
Yeah, we can take a break here as soon as Sam makes his roll. See what happens. He catches your hand and just sort of guides it out of the way.
I could teach you the ways of a monk, Darius. Obviously, your hand-to-hand skills are severely lacking.
It seems that you might be a little angry. Care to explain what happened? And with that, we'll take 10 minutes.
He's just mad because his cardio's bad.
Or 11 minutes, so 2:30. All right, let me mute that.
Look at that. Me and Laymark, he had a civilized conversation with no insults or fighting.
You started all this shit. I'm not taking the blame for nothing.
Oh shit! You started it!
Not my fault that you got a hot fiance that after 3 years you're not married to. If there ain't no ring, it ain't no thing. I'm telling you something.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This is what's gonna
Wow, I open up to Laymark, and he's gonna use it against me.
This is above the table.
That's fucked up. Terrible. Thought we had a moment.
Look, he's a piece of shit. Fine. He can do whatever he wants. He's noble.
I mean, we're gonna kick you out at some point. This will become intolerable.
Until he makes you a knight, and you're like, I am the happiest person in the world.
Yeah, keep me alive till then.
Unless that's all a lie too.
I told you last session.
You told me you were gonna get me knighted?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I believe you.
Unless that's all a lie too. I feel like I'm the only one that didn't insight check you when you were talking, and you were lying to me.
That's very true. It's
Being
I
knighted
think it's hard to keep track of the lines. You never know. Don't give him coffee.
Do I want Cuban coffee? No, I want to go to bed at a decent hour tonight.
It's 1 o'clock. Cuban coffee's gonna keep you wired until
Yes, it will.
true.
It's afternoon. You shouldn't drink caffeine afternoon if you want to sleep. Or afternoon.
Sam, what class are you playing for the next campaign?
Barbarian.
That's right, you said you're barbarian.
Or, I'm gonna go flavor texted Warforged.
Be your old Warforged, the druid.
I'm going yeah, he was a cleric.
A cleric.
No,
What was his name?
Nexus.
Nexus. He'll phone in him. He'll telephone in him.
Customer service. Yo. Bring that shit back.
Probably
What was her name? Darlene or some shit?
I guarantee I have all my old notes somewhere. I can tell you.
No, it's
Customer
Jen.
service rep.
Janice?
It's Janine.
Yeah.
I just want to be an angsty tiefling. I don't think I've ever played in a campaign where someone played tiefling.
Last time I played Tiefling, I died in like 4 sessions.
Get good.
I tried. I was cleric warlock, and then we got invited to a dinner party. So I'm like, okay, I'll leave my weapons and armor. This is just going to be dinner. And it turned into murder mystery bullshit, which led to a dungeon crawl.
Should have been Hexblade. You could have just summoned a weapon.
I was Hexblade. Well, no, I was more cleric than warlock at that point. We were only like, what, level 4?
Man, you get your Hexblade shit. What, level
Level 3.
2? 3?
3, yeah.
3 is when you choose your pack. I don't know.
All of my old Karuni notes are just a list of names. Jose, handsome bartender. I banged him. Pineapple Willie. Bobby D. Gooey Joe.
Oh, Gooey Joe. Gooey Joe was the king of the beach.
Crushinator was my ring name in the fighting pits.
Mm-hmm. In the arenas. It was the Crushinator and the Iron Chef. Freaking go.
We got Papaya Steve. Oh my gosh.
He was cousins to Pineapple
Well,
Willie.
naturally.
Wasn't Papaya Steve like the drug dealer?
I think that's where it ended, is because we got those drugs and killed everyone in the...
Yeah.
Poisoned everyone.
Whoops.
It was Incan, Stinkin, and Blinkin. as the Bass Brothers.
Yes, I got that in here.
Cole, what was your guy's name?
And Panzu, he was the golden god.
Panzu, the Golden God, yes. Shitty costume armor. It was freaking great.
It was the best.
He was the one.
Wow.
How do
Everybody's back
changeling
already.
mechanics work? Like, how often can you change like your shit?
Pretty sure it's basically at will.
You're what?
That's insane.
That's broken.
For what?
Changelings.
No changelings, like this guy's self. Yeah.
Is Shepard snoring right now?
Alright, guys, session's
Shepard!
over.
Shepard! Wake up!
Yes, I'm here.
Rise and shine there, buddy.
Sorry.
I'm not going to say a word. I can't say a word.
Yeah, you definitely can't.
In the middle of a battle royale, Chris. That's fine. We did it too.
We've done it. We all done it.
Oh
at this
yeah,
point.
battle royale and just I'm head down, just sleeping. I even watched the video. It was really embarrassing. It's like, oh god, I don't like looking at myself, and this is just even worse.
No,
So
unfortunately,
bad.
not that exciting. My bad.
Oh, dude, you're good.
No, we're doing great. Sorry, you should get it while you can.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
We gave
I
you
was
10 minutes.
literally-
Take another 5-minute snoozer, bro. You're good.
I literally was just cruising, my eyes closed. I'm like, holy fuck, what's going on? Alright, fine, I take a piss. One second.
Can you give me a baby?
All right. Well, good morning, Brandon. What's going on, buddy? He's been
Widow.
quiet over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on stuff while listening to you guys.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to acknowledge you were here.
Thank you. I would have said something, but you guys were deep into things, and I'm trying to dissect this little rat beef that's going on. So
How about the Drake Kendrick thing?
yeah, I'm just listening to the last one. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Not Like Us. So
Who you have winning so far?
hey man, Kendrick is up heavy. I say right now, it's got to be like at least 3-2.
You said up Kendrick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the only thing Drake said was a lie was that he didn't have an 11-year-old child, and he ain't addressing none of that other stuff.
An 11-year-old. I don't even want to know if it's an 11-year-old child. It's just
You
gonna
don't.
make me angry. Just gonna make me angry.
No,
It sounds gross.
you don't want to know about the extra stuff. Just anyway, I'm back. Hey guys.
All right, is everybody else back? Shepard's still peeing, and Rob's not in his screen.
Rob's playing with the cat. He'll be here.
Taking a lead. Be right back.
Wow, is that what they're calling that nowadays?
1 second.
Hey, Chris, check
Yo.
Messenger, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad.
All right, I haven't yet, but I will send that to you because I was not prepared for that. So sunk
Well,
into
It
campaign
sounds like you
2
need to
that-
get your shit together.
Yes, I do.
It's amazing to me that you don't have text prepared for a book that I picked up like 15 sessions ago.
I did, and I think when I cleared out a bunch of shit, and because I'm missing a bunch of stuff that's printed, I threw it away. But I have it on my computer, and it's just a matter of finding the document, which I'm looking.
And what about the scroll?
Oh, I didn't have any candy.
Give me 1 second here on that.
Zon's got some scrolls.
That's a secret.
I mean, don't we know that he has the scrolls?
Shh.
No, I'm talking about my scroll.
Oh, your scroll.
The Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
They got you,
Doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to fuck you up.
Mama said knock you out.
Oh. Wait, what?
Amy. All right, all right.
Hillary, much in the way like you're seeing where your family tree comes down, you can see where it branches off of you and goes up and starts another branch. Or not really goes up, but it does go up because it's keeping along chronological times, along with your family, where you and your descendants go.
I don't understand. Sorry.
Not to give anything away, but let's just say our journeys into the past aren't done yet.
Oh, okay. This is my dog, Narcissa.
Hi, Narcissa.
Well, that's a cute little pup.
Narcissa Malfoy. What?
Yes,
All
she is
right.
a Malfoy because she's blonde. She's Narcissa Malfoy.
Kind of looks like a house elf. Like Dobby.
It's a little more Dobby.
I groomed her myself, and she's not looking her best right now.
No, she's cute. Come on.
All right, so let's jump back into this. All of you have just now entered the gates of Drink. These creatures outside Conalun, directly in front of you, having just grabbed Darius's hand as he threw a punch at him and sort of guided him away. Looking at all of you.
Is there a bar to drink in this city?
Why, of course we can go to the tavern. I mean, that is
Should
the
we
best
tell
there
some people
is.
about the swarm coming?
Oh, the gods saw them coming as we watched all of you run. Some of you, rather, comically towards the city. Sam, you're muted again.
You're muted, Sam. Is there a town magistrate we may talk to? Someone that we may know who is prepping defenses.
Why defenses have been
So-
prepped? We saw that Colossus fall from the sky.
Do you know what that thing is?
Something I have not seen in a very, very long time. It's what is called a puzzle golem. And judging by the size of that one, quite formidable.
Puzzle golem? What typically are their purposes?
Why, they range from defense to armies. Why, you see, one of those creatures can break into many. Every time it breaks down in half. And judging by the size of that one, a formidable army of medium-sized golems.
So you kill them, they split in two?
No, they have the ability to split. They also have the ability to reform.
Okay.
And they can
Is there a way to
repair
stop that
themselves over a period of time, so that we are on borrowed time before that thing is eventually recovered enough to stand. Dude,
And
please tell
you
what
think-
happened inside of the keep.
What do you know of Lady Melissa?
Misguided.
Well, as we were leaving, she gaudingly declared that she was aligned and a servant of Merrick. Did you know this?
Of course.
Okay. So you did send us in there under false pretenses.
I sent you under the guise of what you believe to be true.
Punch him again.
You can try.
What's your
19.
strength?
It's he again.
Zero.
He doesn't grab your hand this time, but he's able to move out of the way.
His AC is over 20.
You know, I always knew orcs were short-tempered.
Oh. All this has been a long time coming. And you're just right in front of me and in our way.
In your way, I seem to
Disguising
be
your
guiding your
intentions.
way.
You're disguising your intentions and not painting a clear picture.
I don't think you're smart enough to realize the whole picture. You want my honest opinion. So I give you tidbits that you need. Like treats for dogs.
Fuck you.
Did you just call us dogs?
I think you did, Ahmed.
Listen here, you self-righteous piece of shit. Don't you ever disrespect me or any of these other people. Do you understand me? I don't give a shit where you came from. I'll chop your fucking head off. Don't do that again.
I like that. A spark of backbone. You'll need it.
I'm gonna walk away.
Needed for what? We are sent on nebulous tasks. You lead us to a manor. You give us nothing.
Which we don't even get to keep. Not cool.
I follow Ahmed.
Why, you did exactly what needed to be done in that keep. At least from what I can tell, right? And as he says that, he looks at you, Morgan. Right?
I have no idea.
Why? Merrick has gotten his phylactery, so he can once again gain his strength, and the true adversary was revealed, right? Pale Night showed her face. Seems that you did what needed to be done. Would you have done it any other way?
Wait, did we see Pale Knight?
Mm,
Why you? From what the lady says, a servant of the original lady showed themselves.
What? Oh, the Baron's armor had her symbol on it, so I guess that would mean that he was a servant of hers.
Can you honestly tell me, amongst the lot of you, that you would have done what needed to be done? Would have gone in there knowing you were going to release Merrick? Other than this one?
Ahmed and Darius walked off. I don't know who you're gesturing to.
Anybody that was standing there would have known that he gestured towards Morgan.
Les Marquet, Verifok.
No one's got anything to say?
What did he say again?
He pretty much told you that, said that you were sent in there to release Merrick, but it was to expose who the true big bad guy was.
It's Merrick.
Merrick is the least of your problems. In fact, Merrick is a tool.
I mean, you're wrong, but all right.
Does Merrick bleed?
Why, liches can be broken.
Then we can kill him.
In your
don't see
current
the
condition, I
reason
don't
to-
see why you would not even be able to make it past his first defenses.
Do we go by garlic?
To defend against the lich? Be my guest. Let me know how that turns out for you.
Zago looks for garlic.
Now, Should we go
We can-
rejoin the others and, of course, the precious child? While
Lead the way.
while the gods take care of what's going on outside, even though there will be more of them.
I'm going to turn toward Verathok, Bourbon, and Morgan and say, I will catch up with you at the Neos Tavern. I have business. And I will storm off.
Are there any stores? Or wait, we've been to this town, right?
We've
You
never
have
been
not.
this
You have never
drink.
been to drink. No.
I want to go to the stores.
Walking through, you can see all sorts of shops. I mean, what are you looking for?
Magical items.
You do find
Potions, all kinds of stuff.
yeah, you find a magic shop, and as you approach, you can see and as you open the door, she says, we're gonna close up shop for right now with everything that's going on outside. I'd rather spend my time and energy working on the enchantments to keep this place operational. Maybe in a few hours or once everything is cleared up outside.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll leave the store.
And as you do so, coming out, you're able to notice that despite the fact that the city guard seems to be handling what's going on outside of the gates, you can hear more thrumming of arrows. You can see city guard and other people running up and depositing arrows and a flurry of movement. People on the street are battening down the hatches and preparing themselves for the worst. The city is under attack, and it's not like oh yeah, the walls are under attack and we're good to go. They're trying to protect their interests. So yeah.
Jeez, is this your guys' first invasion? God.
No, this doesn't seem to be. I mean, you can see this is well routine. These are people moving with a purpose. There doesn't seem to be anybody that's confused running around other than the lot of you and Kanalan, who doesn't seem to be paying this any mind as he's walking through the town.
So all the stores are battening down and
Yep,
all
they
that.
all seem to be boarding up their doors and.
Well, then I guess I'll go to
You know
the
what I mean?
inn
Like
and
like
wait
if you go to
until-
like a town in Florida that's like, oh, it's Hurricane Alley, and they're like, oh, look, another storm's coming. They're like, they're outside, like, you know what I mean? Like a well rehearsed redneck out there, like taking care of their shit.
Well, the Waffle House stays open.
Well, it's because it's the Waffle House. Why wouldn't it?
Is there a Waffle House and drink?
We already ate breakfast, idiot.
There is a tavern that doesn't. As you are all making your way through the town, even those of you that are ahead, see that there's one building that doesn't seem to be phased by it, and you can hear music coming from inside, and it seems to be a jovial, lively place.
Detect magic.
Soon as the shop's open, Verithock's gonna go back out, but I'll just chill with everyone till then.
Verathok, the shops may not be open for the public, but I'm gonna dangle my thieves kit in front of him. That doesn't mean we can't find a way in.
That is very true, and I'm also gonna pull out a thieves' kit and give him.
Stealing is cool, kids.
It's the best. All the cool kids do it.
We'll wait. We'll save that for nighttime activities,
100%.
like night crawlers.
Pink Panther.
So yeah, after a couple of minutes, Khan and Lan leads you up to a single-story building that's long, it's like a long house. You can hear music coming from inside. Um, the noises of laughter, clinging glasses, conversations. It's a clean-looking building, not super old, but not young either. It's got a little bit of weather to it, and it's called the Hammer and the Anvil. The Hammer and the Anvil Tavern and Inn. I'm going to say that Ahmed and Darius would have gotten there first. Walking, but the two of you walking in, I'm assuming you're walking inside.
Ahmed, did you really want to go to the tavern first?
I'm going to say
That
both
was
of you
sort of
would have both of you would have found the same, gotten the same reaction from any store you would have walked into. That they're trying to batten down the hatches and they'll be open for business later, but right now it's not. It's not a thing.
even the public library.
Correct.
Any quieter sort of scenic area or like park or like you know any more natural space
I
around
mean,
town?
there's open spaces in town.
Going to the hotel is fine. I don't
All
really
right.
know anything. I don't really know anything we could do except for go there.
I'm just really frustrated. Need to blow off some steam one way or another.
You and me
Bar
both,
fight.
brother.
Throw some rocks in the quarry.
What's your drink of choice on that? I'll treat you.
I don't drink.
You want to start?
After that conversation, I just might.
It's on me. Let's start you off easy and work our way up.
Sure.
Something. It's been a long month. Something fancy and fruity where you can't taste the bite of rum in it.
Did you almost just like reach across the table and grab his fucking throat? You know?
Yeah, shocking grasp the air out of his lungs.
God,
He's frier than I imagined. Such an old guy.
I need to chill out. Okay, yes, let's go do that. The drink thing.
Yeah.
The hell is wrong?
I
Angry.
got what is it? I got it's that one coconut drink. Okay.
What's
I
a
like the
coconut?
pina colada.
Yeah. You got gnomish pina coladas in here.
I got pina coladas this far north.
All right, so walking up to the entrance of the Hammer and the Anvil, like I said, you can hear music coming from inside, raucous laughter, conversation. Going inside, you can see that the place is packed.
Are they playing Ace of Base?
They are. I saw the sign and it
Great.
opened
Fantastic.
up my eyes, and I am happy now living without. Anyway, wow, did I just go there?
Whoa,
I went
Chris.
there, dude.
Yeah.
Yep, I know some Ace of
What?
Base. I know some Ace of Base.
The
Wow,
hill dwarves are
that's
vibing,
right.
guys.
That's right.
It's
No, no. Going inside, it's a jovial atmosphere. You can see the tables are filled. Waitresses making their way through and delivering food and drink. A band in the background, made up of a motley crew of people: elves, an elf, a half elf, a gnome, a dwarf, and a tabaxi singing. And behind the bar is a massive Leonin. And sitting in front of him on the bar is Esther, who seems to be having the time of her life as the two of you enter.
I guess we make our way through the crowds, past the band, and to the bar proper.
And there's an open space there beside Esther as you make your way up. And she looks over and says,
I'll offer it.
"Hi."
Esther, it's good to see that you're safe. We are as well. It was really scary. You wouldn't have liked it at all. But who's your friend here?
"Why, this is Larsh."
Larsh?
Larsh.
Yes.
And the Leonin looks at you after your interaction and says,
"Do you know the girl?"
Indeed. Our adventuring party is chaperoning her for the meantime, trying to get her settled up somewhere refreshing.
"You've had this girl on the road?"
Her township was destroyed. We had limited options.
Road is a dangerous place nowadays. Don't know if I'd want to take her on the road anymore. She needs something a little more stable.
We were hoping we could find somewhere to settle her up around these parts.
She's definitely a sweet child.
Me and my friend and my other
5 gold pieces.
rest of the adventuring party were a little new to town. Do you guys have an orphanage or I don't know, an
A family
organization that
looking to adopt.
handles children displaced?
A shoe factory need workers.
It's odd.
Glue factory in need of products.
What the
Wow.
That's
Wow.
Larsh?
Don't give this man a centaur.
So,
fuck? That's so messed up.
so Larsh, after listening to these comments, just sort of reaches down, he scoops up the kid and says, "There's what's wrong? Where do you know the child from?"
It was a little village outside of Brimshander, I
At this
believe,
point, it's
right?
still just Darius and Ahmed.
Oh, I was just talking to myself.
The
Sorry.
rest of you haven't shown up yet. Sam, you're muted again. Your mic just hates you. Nope.
No.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Kythons attacked her township about an hour outside Gander.
Oh, I heard about that. Tragic incident.
Yeah.
Her parents?
Both gone. She was the only survivor as far as we could tell.
You can see Lars look down at her with it almost seems like pity and what seems to be what you can only tell is a a look like he wants to help. Well, since she can't keep a secret, I'm Larsh. And he reaches out his lion-like paw.
I'll shake his hand. Darius Blood Oak.
And he shakes your hand firmly and looks over at you, Ahmed. Larsh. You're muted. Or I can't hear you.
How about now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking in the distance, Ahmed.
Well, can I get you something to drink? Are you hungry?
What's the largest drink you have?
Why, the most potent at this point is probably the Dwarven Spirits, coming in at 114 proof.
Like largest. If you could take an ale and combine it with something fruity, just to both like get you somewhere and rehydrate. We're trying to forget this past week. It's been a journey.
Well, then wouldn't you just want the Dwarven Spirits if you're trying to forget, right?
And we're trying
But
to
if
make
you
a
want me
day
to
of it.
water it down, I can put. Do you want coconut juice? Do you want?
You want a wine cooler?
What the hell is a coconut? You guys keep talking about this thing like I'm supposed to know this.
He
It's an
pulls. He
island
pulls out he says, "You don't know what a coconut is?" And he reaches down with one hand. He's still got Esther in his hand, like he's scooped up, and she is just having a time of her life. And he reaches down. And he pulls up a brown furry ball. It's hard. It's a hard thing. It's a coconut. It's brown. It's got some like fur like stuff coming off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna snatch that and try to see if it's living, if it's got fur coming off of it.
As you're looking at it, you can clearly tell it's definitely not living. It looks
gonna,
like some sort of like nut with like
shake it.
a hair coming, like hair. You can hear slooshing from the inside.
You drink this? Good.
You crack it open. The meat is good, and yes, you drink the
Meat?
water inside. The pulp, the flesh of the fruit. It's inside the shell.
Was this thing ever alive?
It
No,
comes
it's a
off
fruit
of,
from the
and Lars looks at you and says, just with curiosity, sort of looks at you and says, it falls off of a tree.
But it has meat and flesh,
Mm.
and it's
Yeah,
got
and he
hair?
looks at you, Darius, and says, your wording may be a little
too vivid.
not quite accurate, but in a way, it's descriptive enough.
We should prove it to him that it's tasty. Yes, we'll do the coconut diluted dwarven spirits with an ale on the side each, please.
All right,
Do I have to ingest the hair?
No, you don't eat the hair.
He pulls out 2 mugs and he sets them down, or you see him grab 2 mugs. He sets them on the bar. He grabs one, or he sets Esther down on the bar, and she's giggling and having a good time and looking at the drinks and looking around and just totally in total admiration of Larsh. You can see she's just enraptured with this Leonin. And it's sort of enrapturing looking. I mean, it's a giant bipedal lion.
So does like the fur keep it warm during the winter?
No, the shell flakes off in layers, and the husk, as it's called, it's plant fibers on that. It shaves off due to harsh winds.
What's the point of the fur?
And he
I don't actually know.
He sets some mugs down, sets Esther down. Anyway, he grabs a grabs one mug at a time, and you can see him open a cask, and you can see a thick, dark liquid come out of it, and he squiggles it off about halfway, sets one down and grabs the other, does the same thing and sets it down, and he goes, all right. These are the dwarven spirits. And he pulls out a coconut, and he sets it up on the bar. And he says, looks over at Esther and says, young lady. And she says, yeah, bang, 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 bang. And she grabs the coconut, and he reaches down. You can see him pull out a spike and a small mallet, and he taps it into the top of the coconut. And he reaches in and he pulls that spike out, and he pours juice out of this furred, hard-shelled thing into both the glasses, the other half of the way.
That is looking horrified.
And it's really weird looking. It's like, well, it looks like coffee with cream, I guess. At this point, you're watching it just go in there, and he sort of grabs each mug and swirls it up. So it looks like coffee with cream in there. And
Trying to believe that this is not a living thing. He just poked. He just drove a spike into it, and it's bleeding.
And he like I said, he's taking the spike and the mallet back down, and he comes, he keeps the mallet up, and actually no, he sets it down, and he sticks his finger in one side, and he holds on to the other, and you can see his claws come out and sort of grip onto this coconut, and he rips it in half. And he sets this coconut down. And inside you can see what looks like the inside of a coconut. And he says, "No, you can eat the pulp."
I don't want to. Thanks, but no thanks.
And at this point, you can see Esther is just giggling, like like watching this whole thing happen. And at this point, the rest of you walk in the door just in time to see this sitting on the bar is Esther. In front of her is Ahmed and Darius with this Leonin who is, as you open up the door and walk in, you can see him rip this coconut in half, and Esther is just giddy. Ahmed looks sort of repulsed, and I'm not sure where Darius is at, but that's where the rest of you are as you enter the place, with Conalon right there with you.
Conalon, you can go hang out over there. You're going to make this taste way too bitter.
I'm going to say the two of you don't notice the rest of them walk in the door at this point.
Well,
you guys are sort of preoccupied with what's going on in front of you.
All right, Ahmed, we got 2 drinks here, one for each of us. So here's what you do, right? You take a little sip of the tall ale, right?
Sure.
And then we're going to take this glass and pour it into the ale. And it's going to infuse it with the stronger liquors, the dwarvish notes, as well as the coconut.
So this is like alchemy, right?
Yes. 2 versions of alchemy, but we're going to combine them, and it's going to be tasty.
I hope so. I just watched you slaughter that thing.
It is a fruit, Ahmed. It's a fruit.
Oh, now it's a fruit.
Yes,
First it has flesh, it's fur, it's meat, it grows on a tree. Now it's fruit.
Yes, fruits grow on trees. The fur is plant fibers on the outer shell. The pulp inside is also referred to as meat from its texture, its like consistency, not necessarily its taste.
I wish you didn't tell me any of this. I would have just drank it.
Just drink it and eat it.
I don't want to eat it.
You're a level 8 Cyanite warrior. You've slaughtered so many worse things, and you're afraid to take a sip?
Because I don't know what this thing is.
It's food. It's not poison. Come on.
Are you sure? I don't know that. I'm just
I'll
seeing this
pick
for
up
the
the
first
coconut
time.
and I'll pick up the coconut and like scrape the pulp off of my teeth and start chewing on it loudly. Yes, it's edible, Ahmed. It's sweet.
It is, and then yeah, you eat it. And Ahmed, I'm gonna say you watch him eat it, and he looks like he's happy eating it. Juice running off of it, run out of the corners of his mouth. I'm gonna say all of you see or watching this interaction. I don't know what you guys are doing.
I'm gonna hesitantly pick it up and eat
Here,
it like this.
use a spoon. There you go.
But you didn't.
That's because I was trying to prove a point. That's how you show that something's not poison. You do it dramatically.
Fine. I'll use a spoon.
Taking a bite of it, it is. I mean, well, I'm gonna leave it up to your. That's up to you. Does your character like coconut?
I absolutely love it.
All right, well then there you go.
7 more of these coconut creatures.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up to you. Yeah.
I'll
I mean, yeah,
toast with
it's
the
coconut,
drink.
so
Bring me 7 cups so I can put 7 of them in this. I don't even need the alcohol. Give me more of this.
Consider the families on it.
okay.
Consider
So
the import tax.
Lars looks at you and says, "See, sometimes having an open mind will lead to brand new
Yeah,
joys, sir."
I don't care if this thing was alive or not. Give me more of it.
Give me just a moment. Let me make my rounds, and I'll
I
bring
appreciate
another
it.
one. You should enjoy the drink as well, sir.
Darius, you want a whole one?
I prefer to drink for today. Eating the actual coconut, you can dry them out and shave it up, and it stores as rations for quite a while.
No kidding.
Yeah,
What more
it's
can we
really good.
do with these things?
People often use them as confections on top of pastries and cakes.
Oh my god. It's a dessert too?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very
Okay.
versatile.
If you eat enough of it, it's a super laxative too, so you can clean yourself out real good.
And that's a tricky thing to do while we're camping.
So I
Yeah.
should eat responsibly.
If you don't want to fill your leather armor, you might want to, enjoy with responsibility.
Thank you for telling me that, Zod, before
Mhm.
I ate 7 of them. That would have been pretty stupid of me.
Maybe just 4. 4 is fine. And
But if you've already ordered 7, we're happy to help you finish them.
Yeah, have them all. Everybody, let's all get coconuts on Darius. You offered to buy, man.
And
Nice.
as the lot of you walk up, Esther
No.
turns around and she seems really excited to see all of you, especially you, Morgan. She says, "Hi!" and she runs over and she just grabs a hold of you and gives you a hug.
I'll do the mom thing where you lift her up and she like sits on your hip.
Hi. You look dirty.
Thank you.
Oh, Esther, you want to see a magic trick?
I mean, I'm going to say none of you have said anything about cleaning yourselves up. So she's looking at you like you're pretty, looking like you've been on the road and seen some shit. So
Esther, you want to see a really cool magic trick?
I love magic.
Prestidigitation. And the dirt just kind of floats off and scatters into a little bit of dust around, and Morgan is clean.
Wow. Wow.
It's very useful for getting ready for parties and other places where you need to look your best.
That's really cool. I wonder if Uncle Conalon can do that too.
I don't know if you can. Would you like to learn it yourself?
I'd love to learn magic.
All right. Well, this one is really simple. It's called a cantrip, and yeah, I'll take like 10 minutes explaining to this young girl the finger tracements in air and like the power word to cast prestidigitation.
Make a performance check.
We're teaching a 7-year-old how to start harnessing the weave.
8-year-old.
She confuses the pattern and puts like power word kill or something, and
That's right.
now
You
kills her
watch her, you
mother.
watch her die as the magic just drains the life right out of her, and she's gone.
Jeez.
She kills Ahmed.
That would just be fucked up.
Very upsetting.
I mean, I'm mean and all, guys, but I don't think I'm that cruel. I don't know if I could go down that road. And Ahmed, you are muted unless you're talking to somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, you're good. I just saw you talking. I just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna say Darius that as you're doing this, she's just not getting it, and I mean, she's just young, and I mean, she's been through a lot, and she's just giddy, and I mean, you know what I mean, like excited excited to see the lot of you, and having the time of her life here in a bar with Leonin, all of you. She's got ADD and just not able to get it. There's no adverse effects. She doesn't cast a power word kill or a magic missile or anything like that. Just looks like a little kid that is entertaining you and having a great time doing it. And Sam isn't even here.
Esther, what have you been doing since we left?
Why, Uncle Conalon's been walking me around town, and I get to hang out here with Large and everyone else, and it's been really fun.
Have you seen any other children that you've played with?
Yeah, like people here have brought their like I get to go out in the street during the day most of the time. I mean, you guys just showed up. I was going to go outside and play for a little bit.
Would you like to stay here, potentially?
I mean, maybe are you going to stay here?
Unfortunately, we have things that we have to get done. We have grown-up chores. But maybe we could find somebody for you to stay with here for a while?
Maybe I
Keep you
could
safe?
stay with Uncle Conalon and Large?
I kind of look at Lars. What is he looking like?
I mean, he's a Leonin, and he looks tall, um, uh, butch, I guess. I mean, he looks pretty sturdy. I mean, he's behind the bar. Seems to have a positive air about him.
What does he think of her saying that she wants to stay with him?
He looks over, and you can almost see a little bit of a grin on his face.
Well, why don't you go play outside? I will talk with Larsh about it, and we'll see if we can figure it out.
Okay. And she looks over at Larsh and says, I'll be back. I'll be back for lunch. And is that okay?" And he says, "Yes, you can. Yes, go, child. Enjoy yourself." And she sort of, you can see her swivel her butt around, her legs around, and to the other side of the bar, and sort of like hops down, and you can see her land, and like an awkward 8-year-old who is overconfident lands and takes a couple of steps and puts her hands up, yes, and runs off out the front doors, and you can see her giddy like a child should be, happy and carefree. Run out the front doors. Seems you all know Esther. Why, I'm Lars. May I get you all something to drink? Something to eat, perhaps?
I'm good. I got mine.
I'll take some tea, and do you have any pastries?
Well, we have banana nut muffins.
I'll take 2.
All right, give me just a moment on those. And the tea
I'll
may
take it.
take me a moment to gather the hot
Sure.
water for that.
Dozen coconut muffins.
Banana nut muffins.
Deal.
You could shove it in the coconut.
That's right.
Okay.
I'll take a rosé.
All right. That's a little tamer than what these two are drinking. Anything for you, sir? Looking at you, Bourbon.
Whatever is cheapest. If it is water here, if it is ale, I will take it.
Bourbon will also have a rosé, and if you please.
Bourbon will argue.
Well, all right. You two, anything? All right.
Water.
Like from a toilet?
That's right. Like from no, yeah, from the toilet.
That's spicy water.
Brondo's got everything plants need.
Idiocracy, dude. That shit
It's
was
what
so
fans
fucking
crave.
funny. You mean water from like the toilet? Sponsored by what? Sponsored by Carl's Jr.
Rondo. Oh yeah.
Really use
Sponsored by
Starbucks.
Carl Jr.
Probably all use on hand jobs, do you?
I don't think we have time for a hand
Costco.
job, Joe. Oh God, shit was so funny. Oh,
Wait, hand
I
job
love
Joe
that
was
movie.
here?
oh my God. Oh my balls. Oh my balls. All right. So, yeah, he comes back with everybody's drinks and orders a couple moments later.
Bourbon pours his into his personal tankard to drink.
Right, you got that thing.
All right, Darius, if you're drinking the drink, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. Doo-doo. 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 And I'm going to get us copyrighted right there.
No,
That
no.
was it.
Was that not a issue for Ace of Base there, Chris?
Oh, yeah, whatever. Don't get me wrong, I have my guilty pleasures, even though I like Guar and KMFDM and death metal and heavy metal.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be singing Taylor Swift, guys.
I mean, a couple of her, dude, her songs aren't bad. I just don't hear them enough. Otherwise, I probably would. Not gonna lie, I can sing the chorus. Oh, listen to the radio. Don't matter where we used to go. Or was it Breathless? Leave me breathless.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, dude.
Copyright strikes because you don't
oh, yeah.
sound anything like it, so you're good.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, I'm so bad. It's awful, but you know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I got 14.
So, you take this drink, this half pint pour of 115, or what did I say, 114 proof booze mixed with coconut juice, and chase it with an ale. You're able to keep it down. But within just a couple of seconds, your eyes are watery and bloodshot, and you have got you got a good 6-pack buzz going on right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there it
buddy.
is. I'm feeling good.
I'm going to
Yeah,
say at
crap.
this point, all of your saving throws will be done with a -1.
So back to 0.
So back to normal. Just negate breakfast entirely. Okay. It's cute.
What would the rest of you like to? I mean, those drinking the wine or sipping the wine, it's strong. But yeah, and
The
everyone's
Marquis
tasting.
would like to raise a toast. And during the course of my toast, I will also give everyone my temp HP from whatever the hell it's called.
All right, well, let's hear your toast, sir.
12 temp HP. Oh, it went up one. It used to be 11. Now it's 12.
Okay, level 8.
Hey man, that makes a difference.
All right, well, let's hear.
And
Le Marquet, we need to hear your toast, sir.
We have been on the road for a few days together. But most I've been on the road with Bourbon, who I would like to celebrate and extol Bourbon's virtues right now. As a loyal manservant, but more importantly, as a confidant. And soon to be a sir. I will pull out my sword. Bourbon, if you would. Kneel.
Oh shit, yeah, LeBron's there, Neil.
This will not be formalized until we go through proper channels. But informal knighting. Do you kneel?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Can I make
In a fucking
Can I make an
cavern?
insight check on?
Where else can we do this? You can make an inside check. I want to do a performance check.
I'm sending you a message right now. No, I'm just.
You tell me what you see, Sam.
silver barbs.
Damn, the most perfect knighting ceremony in the history
Right?
of knighting
Yeah,
And then
ceremony.
everyone clapped.
I'm totally taken in.
All right, I just sent you a message because I need you to
Facebook or
answer a
Discord?
question. Facebook.
It's so
Just
funny,
because
Darius wants
because now I'm curious
to believe you, or Sam wants to think you're a liar so bad, but he's fucking utterly failed every roll.
That was a good roll too.
That is a.
Give me 1 sec, Chris. I'm going to copy paste.
Wow. As far as I'm concerned, whatever Le Marquet just said is all of you are convinced that he is being 100% legit.
God damn.
Does Verithot have a spare level 1 spell he can cast me some silvery barbs into my ring of spellstoring?
Yeah, I could do that.
Perfect. Okay.
We handing out spells now?
That just I just had one free spot. So.
Shit, I got 5 of them in my ring again. Go.
I got 5 empty slots too. All right, this seems totally normal to do in a bar. Go ahead, Lamarque.
What's he doing?
I'm talking to Chris right now. Hang on.
He's like knighting Bourbon.
Yeah, I'm getting
Probably about to
right
slice someone's throat.
I'm not going to slice someone's throat.
In a crappy old
No,
tavern.
you're gonna get your head
Yeah.
chopped off.
As far as everybody can tell, I mean, making this
Yeah,
check,
Todd and Verthok are
Le
exchanging spells in the
Marquet
bar.
is totally convincing.
Chris, you're muted.
I'm muted? What? I'm muted? How?
Still muted.
Nope.
All right, am I back? All right,
There you
go. Yeah,
There you go.
it's legit as far as all of you are concerned. It is legit. He doesn't seem to be lying at all, and 100% genuine.
Does he seem like he's
Doesn't
about to enact violence on
no. It seems like he
Why would I do
no,
that?
he's no, you're what you seem to. I mean,
Perfect time.
from what you, I mean, you've never seen anything like this in a tavern, but I mean, it's from everything you've ever heard of a knighting sequence or a knighting thing. I mean, you're sold, all of you.
All right.
I hate
I'll
performance
clap.
stats.
Welcome, sir. Yay. Start clapping.
Charisma so much.
And Bourbon, yeah, you're definitely sold on this whole thing. You're, as far as you're concerned, you're all but a knight, except for having it happen right in, you know, I mean, like having it happen by the actual
With the papers.
Yeah.
Bailbone.
Well,
Of House Bailbone.
While
so
we're-
Ramon is straight crying. Like, this is the greatest
Oh.
day of his life.
And his last.
Le Marquis is the biggest piece of shit.
For real.
I mean, all of you are sold on this. Like,
Well,
This
we
is
sold,
know.
above
like
table.
like
This
hard
is
sold.
above table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's a good ceremony doesn't mean it's a right.
Yeah.
Can I
Doesn't
fall
mean it's an
for it and
okay
still
way
think
to
that
do
it's
your
absolute bullshit that it's inside of a tavern?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, it's like tacky, but it's like, dude, it's like a wedding, really, in an alley? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I could see
people
that.
get
You know what I
married at
mean? Like,
Walmart.
all right, I
Plenty
get
of
it, but
knightings
what
that
the
would have taken
fuck,
place in the
dude? Like,
tavern.
really? Like, come
I mean, when
on.
in Brinjander.
Bourbon has no problem with this.
Hey, I've been to a
It's
wedding in a
weird.
parking lot. It's not that bad.
So Morgan's opinion of Le Marquis' nobility has vastly declined
Ooh.
Ooh.
because
We're on
in
the
her
road.
mind, no nobleman would do this in a tavern.
Unless he was desperate.
Y'all forcing my hand by causing strife.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
Larsh overhears everything and walks over and says, well, I would say I'm honored to meet a new knight, and reaches out his paw to you, Bourbon.
Bourbon
May
takes
I
it.
buy
Oh,
you
yeah.
a drink on me?
Certainly, sir.
Why, what would you like?
I'll have a beer.
Guess I'll have a margarita.
Well, I have 3 different choices. I have a stout, I have an ale, and I have a nice crispy lager.
Bourbon has never actually drank a real beer before, so I defer to your expertise.
He grabs a mug, and it's a big mug, because he looks at you and says, you'll need this. And he starts pouring, and it's a clear pour. Nice foam cap on the top, and he walks over and says, some of my best lager. You can drink the whole
All
thing
right.
and not get too wasted, but enjoy.
So for the first time ever, Bourbon's going to drink not out of his own tankard.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Okay.
We're going to drink it.
Woo! Go Bourbon.
Celebratory moment. This is first real beer.
You can tell me whether you enjoy a good crispy pilsner or not. But yeah,
Preston just takes sparks in the air.
it's got a, you know what I mean? It's a good crispy boy.
Now's the time. Wisdom, charisma, and con save right now.
I'm gonna say
You get the
I'm
plus
gonna
one
say
to your
make a
right?
con.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you drinking it? Are you just gonna start gulping it down, or
Well, okay, so I've never had alcohol before because I've been drinking out of my tankard of sobriety. So does this affect me differently?
I mean, how are you drinking it? Are you just sipping it, or are you just gonna take it and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna haul back and go on it like Thor. You know what I
Shotgunning
mean? Like
beers.
how are you doing? Yeah.
Chug it? Yeah, I don't know. Since I've never done this before, I'll chug it.
Okay. So make a
Drink the booze.
Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Do you get Zod's plus 3 if you don't get your own?
I get my own. So that's,
Okay, you don't
that's
get your own.
13.
13. All right. You're able to keep it down. But gulp, gulp, it's so bubbly as it hits your stomach. You can feel like foam, and it's like you, and you get a little bit of foamy bubbles out of your nose. But you're able to keep it down. But it tastes delicious. You just realize that this, and as you do that, Lars says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow down a little bit. Enjoy it. There's no reason to chug unless it's been one of those kinds of days."
It has been a celebratory kind of day.
Well then, you need to learn to drink and breathe. It's a thing when you're it's a thing.
It's like Buster Bluth on juice.
It's something new.
And I'm gonna say at this point, Bourbon, you've got a little bit of a buzz just from the lack of being able to breathe for a second from the foam in your nose.
Nice.
A little bit of a head change.
For
for
one
sure.
drink, too many lampshade on the head.
Oh.
Just
The fourth action's coming out now.
during this whole process, can I attune to an item? I'm just gonna swap attunements.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, what are you attuning to with your fucking mind control, whatever the fuck weird shit going on with your ass?
Nothing. You just see Zod kind of stores his shield on his back, and he's just having a drink at the bar.
What are you attuning to there, buddy? What are you swapping out, motherfucker? You don't you fucking summon Kenny in the middle of this goddamn town.
You know, he's just looking down at his hand.
Motherfucker. Son of a bitch, don't you fucking do it.
Anyways, hang on.
Oh no! Oh
Does anybody else notice
Oh,
fucking Zod acting weird as shit? Does anybody else in the party notice Zod is being very weird? Does anyone have dispel magic or anything crazy?
No.
Can I insight well?
I can't hear you. We can't hear you, Sam.
Could I do an insight check on Zod to see if I can figure out what's going on with him?
What's your modifier, Hillary?
A +2.
I have a +4 if you want to give me advantage.
I'll give you advantage. If Chris is on board, of course.
I mean, you can go ahead and put your heads together and look Zod up and down to see if you may have an idea of what's going on. If there's
The only
anything
weird
going
thing
on.
around here, Verathok, is that you don't have a refill yet.
I'm looking at you, Zod.
On my water.
Oh, damn.
Look at that,
Nat
24. Nat 20.
All right. So, as so
I'll give myself advantage.
Le Marquet and who was
Did you miss that? I just
How you
cast
doing?
several barbs in my okay.
I don't see any of your rolls there, Zod.
No, I didn't yet. Only he rolled. I just got
Zod.
making me roll.
Yeah,
Zod, counterspell.
Yeah, Le Marquet just
Ooh, counterspell.
for what?
His
For
silvery
Zod,
barbs.
Oh, he's doing silvery barbs. Ooh.
Well, not anymore.
Ooh.
Okay,
all
here we
right,
go.
all right. So this is happening right here in the. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so I guess Remarque would just see that Zod is distracted.
Zod, is
He's just
Zod is definitely
distracted.
preoccupied and seems to be really starting to get fidgety. And I'm going to say, he's holding on to a couple of scraps of paper with some real fervor.
Hey, Zod,
Yeah. What's up?
can you show? Let me see your forearms real quick.
Okay. They're clad in plate mail.
Yeah, but just let me see. Like, just hold your arms out real quick. I just want to look, cause I just want to make sure that you didn't get like an infection or anything during the last fight. That's why you're acting strange. Maybe you got a fever or something. Just let me see your arms real quick.
Yeah, sure. No, man, I just need a drink. It's all. Show my arms. I'm looking good.
I clasp manacles over his hands.
Go step of the raven.
Wouldn't they still be on your hands?
No, I teleport out of them.
But wouldn't you teleport out of your clothes in that same
No, like as
in
he
your
goes
armor?
to clasp me, I'm gonna tap out.
That feels like it should be contested something.
Is Step of the Raven a reaction?
Oh no, it is a bonus action.
So then you wouldn't be able to do it if it's not a reaction.
But are we in like an initiative kind of thing?
Well, if he's doing an action, like
I'm going to say, I mean, a reaction would be you reacting to him doing something, but a bonus action wouldn't necessarily. I mean, because you're not going to have that readied, right?
Sure.
You know, I mean, if it were a reaction, I could say you could do it because you're reacting to his action. But I mean, this is what he's stating that he's doing, and you didn't have anything readied as an action. So I'm going to say if it's not a reaction, you can't pull it off. If you've got if you've got something that you can do as a reaction to maybe try to get out of it,
shield.
Sure.
Right. Like, can I stop? Like, he has to make a tackle of the hit, right? Like a
Would that be like
grapple?
unarmed, or would that be
I would say
contested?
it'd be unarmed strike.
Sure.
So I'll unarmed strike on you, and then go for your AC, or is it you on me?
No, you go ahead, hit my AC.
Hey, Chris, is my crossbow of warning going off around Zod?
No, he doesn't seem to be a
25.
threat. No.
So with shield, you miss.
So you cast shield?
Yep.
Okay.
I am going to hold on. I think I want to do something about that. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Why so hostile?
can I sleight of hand the papers in front of him real quick? See if I can replace them with something else while he's distracted with Verathok.
He's holding on to them.
I can't find my
like white knuckling some papers.
Yeah.
So Verathok punched him, and he's just still sitting there.
No. I tried to slap manacles on his wrists.
Okay, so all right.
I'm going to bend Zod's luck. And I'm going to roll a 1d4 and deduct that from his, what was it, your...
Shield?
Oh, wait, no. Oh, yes, your
He
shield.
increased his AC by 5.
Would it have been enough if he didn't have the...
You can reduce his AC straight up?
Oh, wait.
What?
No, I don't think
No.
AC, no.
Oh.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Never mind.
I've broken the game. I've broken the party. Y'all are fighting each other now.
He's gonna be. You're gonna be doing this for a while, Zod. If you're trying to attune to it, so you're just gonna be like having us just kind of like trying to wrestle you for. Because shield only lasts for what? A minute?
1 turn.
Oh, only 1 turn. That's all right. We got 6 seconds.
Yeah, I can't figure out anything to do to stop him.
Dude, don't make me use spell slots on you, Zod. Come on, just give me the papers.
All right, so I will Raven step out the window, 30 feet.
Oh my god.
Can I hold? Wait, hold on. Are we on the map? Hold up. Oh well.
There's no map. This is theater of the mind right now.
Right.
This
And
is not what I.
person's
This
a
is not at all what I thought was going to happen here.
Is not a reaction, and I'm using an ability, not a spell.
Oh, fuck. So you bonus action Raven step.
Yep.
Do I have any reaction stuff? Hold on a minute.
Chris, action.
Wait a second. Oh no, you teleport.
I'm outside of the window. I take 2 steps, so I'm not in line of sight of anyone in the party, and I use my scroll of invisibility.
Okay.
Oh, you're son of a bitch.
Rest of the movement, move around the building.
That only lasts a minute, right?
No, 1 hour.
Fuck.
So I need some direction there, Chris.
What are you doing besides?
No, I need direction further. I made my kind of improv move around the corner, and now what?
I mean,
you're
outside of the. You've jumped out of an open window. No damage done. And become invisible. You're now standing out in front of the tavern, the hammer and the anvil. People are moving around you. You can see preparing for, still preparing or dealing with what's going on outside, along the walls. Yeah,
okay.
But you are invisible. What would the rest of you? Or what would you like to do?
All right, saying that was like a whole action and everything for him. Yes. I want to jump out. I want to see if I can jump out the window as well. What are we on? Like a second story?
It's a single-story building.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to jump out. He's obviously invisible. Can I roll like a stupidly high perception and see if there's like phantom footprints, or he's in like heavy armor, so I can hear like a clank if he moves.
No, you can't. I'm silent as a ghost.
He's got elven boots, I do believe. So you could jump out the window and make an insanely high survival. Would that be survival? To find tracking. What would tracking be?
Survival.
Yeah, survival.
We have dogs, don't we? Can we sniff him out with the dogs? Keen hearing and smell. The Mastiff has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. Can we get the dogs on him?
I mean, that
I can have my hawk.
Those are all very real possibilities. I mean,
did you bring the dogs in the bar?
Yeah, we got the dogs. We didn't leave them anywhere.
Varathok, I need dog.
Dog, go after Zod.
So I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Yeah, Bourbon is still drinking. Like everything's
why do
blowing up
you
around
mind
him.
so much?
What? What'd you say?
Like, I don't understand what's going on, or like why really we care so much right now as to what Zod is up to.
Because he was acting suspicious.
He wouldn't let it go.
And because of that, we're going to chase him down the street through a new town, causing ruckus and casting spells.
Considering we just dealt with a golem that was full of cursed items, and he has said cursed items from that golem's body, and who knows what he's gonna do. And he has a ring that can summon a fucking demon that does who knows what the fuck in the middle of a innocent civilian town.
I think we should have a little bit more faith in our friend and trust that he's not going to be too stupid. And just wait for him here.
I disagree with your course of action. Dog, come on.
I'm gonna stay here and drink. You can go gallivanting about the city.
I will.
With Verathok.
Yeah, I'm on a little hunt adventure. This is good sport.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I'll stay with Ahmed and Bourbon.
The Marquis is into blood sport.
Don't you know how nobles have fun?
The world's most dangerous game.
I'm gonna send my hawk up to circle around and look for signs of his movement.
Make a perception check.
All right, 1 second. I gotta pull up my hawk stats again.
You son of a bitch, Zot.
Okay, perception.
Oh, this is comedy.
I don't understand why we're so freaking worried. Like, Kenny is just Kenny.
I yell back at Bourbon.
The
Bourbon, don't have too much fun without me. As I run out with cognac.
I'm gonna lay my hand on Bourbon's shoulder. We're gonna have so much fun, buddy. Guys' night.
Did you see? I am a knight now. A knight's knight.
Yes.
So
We're gonna have a guys' night. Yes.
My hawk got a 23 on its perception check.
You can definitely see some sort of trail. I mean, I don't. What are you doing, Zach?
You're muted if you're talking, Zod.
He's sending messages.
Is he sending messages? Or is he
being
sleeping
sneaky.
again?
Roasted.
No, I'm not sleeping. My mouse died. I had to plug it in.
Yeah, oh, you're good. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, it's all good. So no, so what am I doing? I am. Well, did you roll with disadvantage with that perception check? Because I'm invisible.
My hawk has advantage.
So it'd be a
straight
straight roll. So 13.
All right. Well,
you're able to see that there's been movement, but you're not able to track where Zod has been moving.
so yeah. So I guess I'll tell you what my direction, and I'll text you what I'm doing, Chris.
All right, I see something here. Oh yeah, this is. I might have made this a little much.
What if we gathered up dust from the road and Verathok and I fly from above and drop the dust to, like, sprinkle to catch his form?
I think that'll take too long. He'll get away.
Well, I have 0 spells that are helpful in this situation.
Is he leaving, like, footprints or anything like that?
No.
Like, do the shoes also leave him, like, stop him from leaving any kind of trail? Or does it just make him silent?
I actually, what? I do believe they are trackable, right, Zod?
I make no sound. I create no noise when I am moving. That's it.
So I would say with
Like,
a survival, you go
like,
track. With a survival,
yeah, like you could smell. Yeah, you could smell me, or you could see me but I'm invisible. So the only thing left is smell. And if I'm not within smelling range, or if the wind's not in the right way, good luck.
Right, but if you, like, leave footprints, I guess it depends on if this is like a cobblestone road. Is it a dirt road? Is it muddy? Has it rained recently?
think that's the whole like disadvantage because of invisible thing. So yeah, I leave footprints like I'm not non-detectable. That's
Well,
why
that's why I was
You're
wondering
able
if the
to,
Elven boots also made it so you didn't leave a trail, or if it was just the sound.
no, but like I said,
You're-
I'm trying to move away from you guys, and then I'm not making any sounds. I told Chris what I'm doing, so that's my plan.
Yeah, so you follow I'm gonna say you're able to follow Zod's trail till it leads to right around the butcher shop, and then the dogs lose the scent amongst the meat coming from inside the building and around the building, and just the refuse there, which is just a couple of blocks from the tavern inn.
Damn.
Great
Well,
escape.
I guess we lost him.
We had our spot. We tried. Good one, Zod. You can come out now. Deception.
I would say there'd be performance, and that's even if Zod is even around.
It's true. I have no idea where he is.
I want to yell that I have something valuable that I need him to look at.
I'm gonna laugh that this motherfucker just went right back in the tavern.
Ring around the rosy. Oh, that's funny.
I'm gonna hold up my ring of lightning bolt and yell for Zod to. I need him to come look at it and tell me if it's would be good for bartering. Try to persuade him to come out of hiding. Can I persuade him?
Zod's not in audible range.
Well, then there you go.
Then I would like to use prestidigitation to increase the volume of my voice, which I think is one of the
Thaumaturgy?
things you can do.
No, maybe that. Thaumaturgy?
Hold on. No, yeah, that was thaumaturgy. Crap. Yeah, I don't have anything to bolster my voice.
Ooh.
Well, we did our best. Back to the tavern, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to the tavern with Ahmed and Darius and Bourbon.
Zod's gonna set off like a bomb.
The three of you
Muted, my guy.
sitting at the bar with Esther, and Larsh making his rounds every couple of minutes.
I OD'd on coconuts.
He OD'd on the coconuts.
Is the town still under attack?
From what those of you that are outside, it does sound like there's still lots of activity on the outside of the walls.
Y'all hear me now?
Can I go on top of the walls and assist? Even if
Yeah,
it's just spamming fucking cantrips?
Sure. Making your way up, you see legions and legions of these arachnid legged creatures with no mouths or no eyes, but these ripper mouths and these displacer beast like antennas coming off of them, with this weird back end attacking, just running up on the city walls mindlessly.
You said there's like a shitload of them?
Oh yeah, thousands of them. In the
You know what?
distance, you can see a glow, like a bluish glow, like the distance, and it seems to be as far away as that construct that you and Le Marquet flew up to.
These are walls or a palisade? Like they're actually you can climb on top of the walls, or are they just like a palisade?
It's like it's walls, but it's got a palisade to lead up there, and you can walk along them.
No, like a palisade, like just like the wooden stakes that just stand up in the ground. Like
No,
they're
no,
not
no,
walls.
no, no. They're walls.
Okay.
Can I launch a fireball into the middle of a bunch of them fucking bugs?
Well, first, I would like to have run up with him. Maybe we should throw some oil out there first, see if we can kind of increase the effect of the spell.
I don't have any oil.
I think I do. 1 second. Yeah, I have a flask of oil.
I've got 4 flasks of oil.
I mean, if you guys want to throw or whatever.
Nice.
How many, like,
You guys didn't pay attention, did you?
What?
what?
When Chris gave Conalon's description of these things? You didn't pay attention, did you?
What, when they hit you, they take a spell slot, and if you run out of spell slots, then you die?
And
Then they
You-
multiply or...
they're able to take the spells and reflect them back.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not going to be aiming at a spider. I'm going to be aiming at the ground.
That's true. I mean, if you're not aiming for a creature, then they can't reflect the spell.
Yeah, but it's an AoE explosion.
I mean, he can reflect the explosion along to all of his buddies again if he wants. That's fine.
Couldn't make it 3 hours in a new nice place.
What do you mean, new nice place? It's being assaulted!
Not our fault.
There's an army literally attacking this place, and you're like, man, this would have been a great place to fucking, just hang out, maybe raise a family. I could buy a house, settle down here, open up a bar.
Not to mention that there is a hole in the dome above our heads where dragons could very easily come through at any moment.
I feel like
And
I'm
we're
taking
trapped
crazy
here.
pills.
Am I using crazy pills right now?
I feel like the barrier isn't our responsibility, and neither really is handling this horde of spiderlings at such a disadvantage.
Yeah, but I have a bunch of money and I want to buy shit, and these shops are closed.
But also, we can't leave this town until these things are dealt with. I don't want to live in this town for the rest of my life.
Then let
Darius
the
ain't
army-
even here.
I'm not even there.
I got
I'll
a
do what
question
you wanna
about Bane's magic ritual, but I'll text you later.
So are you guys throwing the flasks of oil out into the things?
Yeah, I'm not very athletic. Is there somebody who is athletic that could throw them in like a pattern to like maximize damage?
I have a +1 to athletics, so...
I've got a +1 as well.
I also have a +1.
Go get Bourbon.
You guys needed me.
You guys could fly overhead and drop them down.
That is true.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna give 2 of the flasks to Verithok. I'll take 2. Mount up and do that.
Yeah, fly overhead, drop the flasks in a, to where the oil is just on the inside of the 20-foot diameter or whatever of the circle of the fireball, so then the fire will catch that and extend it out another, 5-10 feet, however much the oil gives us.
So you can see these creatures are hit with these assaults. The swarms take damage. but they don't seem to be swayed as you make that first round. And as you're coming back around, Connellan says, you can see Connellan walking up and saying, "This, what exactly do you think you're going to accomplish with that?
I don't
You'll
know that I'm
burn
fired
yourselves out before you do any real damage. What you need to do is get them all attracted and going back to what they should be eating, which is that over there."
What does he point
now.
to?
And he points in the direction of the
Oops, I think they're
construct that is.
following me, guys. I'll pull out the 2 vials of the fucking magic sauce shit and be like, "Is this why they're here?"
It's Chick-fil-A. It's
Well,
Arby's sauce.
You do take their food away from them, and why wouldn't they?
There was so much. This
There's
is
a
just
lie.
2 little vials.
Here, give me 1 vial. We'll fly low, draw them away, fly back towards the golem, drop them, and they'll stay there.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
I guess
poison
we
their
could do
food?
that.
Yes, that is what you need to do. And while you're there, please examine what's going on.
What do you mean?
Zod, what are you doing? I saw that roll.
I'm not mean to roll anything. I'm literally just scrolling through stuff.
Why, it is no coincidence that a creature that old should all of a sudden appear here with you. Why, it is no coincidence at all.
Alright, well, you ready, Morgan? You wanna run this stuff back then, I guess, with our on the flying stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you want my opinion, I think all of you should probably go together.
There's not enough room on the carpet in the room.
Yeah, we can't fight our way through a fucking whole army with 6 people.
Well, I'm sure you all can figure out how to rendezvous with each other.
Yeah, we're just gonna drop this off and then come back.
All right.
There's stuff I want to buy, man. The shops need to open.
Sober Blonde, this cocktail is called a Spanish glass slipper. It's where you take a shot of tequila, you drop it down like a car bomb shot into a full glass of Corona, and
It's
you
a
chug
car.
that shit. Yeah, Yeah, it's like a tequila Corona car bomb shot.
What's a car?
Carriage.
All right. And this is where we are going to
Carriage bomb shot.
and this is where we're going to leave it off this week with the party split.
Yep.
Ahmed, Darius, and
Ramsey
Bourbon
done.
at the bar with Le Marquet, Morgan, and Verathok chasing Zod through the streets of or not? No, they're on the wall.
I was gonna
With
say we
Zod
kind of
running
gave
loose.
up on that.
And Zod going AWOL for
Yep,
some nefarious purpose.
Zod is running off on his own. That's where we're gonna
They
leave it. The
started
party
attacking the
split
poor
3
motherfucker in the
ways
bar.
with an army of insectoid mage rippers, and you all
We
can
weren't
look them
trying
up
to
online
attack you. We were
just
subduing
for
you.
fun. Yeah.
Interesting turn of events.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
I'm excited for Bourbon to like get into a bar fight with someone.
I mean, it's probably I'm not supposed to do anything.
Yeah, just as soon as you get nudged in the shoulder by some dark elf bastard,